Jake, I was out and about this weekend. Hot.
Yeah?
Hot, sweaty weekend. Can you imagine being out in a car dealership's lot, like going from car to car, just baking?
I'd rather be in a volcano.
Spending your whole Saturday inside a dealership, just dealing with this guy and that guy. Why would you ever shop for a car at a dealership when you could do it online at fairlease.org?
Especially during football season, you nerd.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're spending all day with Muscle Man and his Monster Energy drinks when it's 110 out there? You fool. Fairlease.org. They can help you out of a bad lease. They can help you get into a new lease. We've heard from a number of listeners who had their leases with companies like D&M bought out. That happened to our friend Travis Gafford. He's in the commercial side of things. So if you're a business looking to upgrade your fleet, you're an individual looking to improve your vehicle situation painlessly and do it in a way that chooses Texas, then go to fairlease.org, especially during football season.
Happy Monday. Happy Cowboys Monday.
Victory Monday!
A case of the Mondays.
F that.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to change what it means to be Monday.
I like that.
That's what we're doing here.
I like that. Except I already have a problem.
What do you mean?
I forgot to put hair product in this morning.
Do you just want me to say, but you look fantastic?
No, because...
Wants you to say he's gay.
No, because last week I was out of product.
I got some product for your hair.
The problem is the one I have looks like C. We're in the first 5 minutes, so I don't want to... It looks like Greenman.
Right, I know what you're saying.
And
what do you think I was just saying?
I've been out of it. I know. That's why I was piggybacking off your C thing. Last week I didn't have any, and at the end of the week, Dan was like, you seem a little off this week. And it occurred to me this morning, it literally might have just been that I didn't have shiny shit in my hair.
Okay, it wasn't I'm getting up at 3:30, doing every off-air business stuff.
I know for sure that the hair product disappeared, and you were like, you looked like trash this week.
Well, right now you feel peppy. You
okay, good.
Yes, the energy is.
I have this other product, but it tracks like Greenman in my hair. It doesn't work.
Okay.
But other than that,
does it taste like that as well?
It's a great day.
It is a good day. A good day when we are here. Here today is downtown Dallas, where our podcast originates from, in the Game Day Men's Health Studios.
That's probably what it is.
We encourage you to get by Game Day Men's Health, especially this month. They're doling out those free prostate cancer screenings because it is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month.
My guy.
So not only just be aware of it and then just like go on with the rest of your day, you probably want to then be aware that it could be lurking. Could be lurking in your backside. You can't see it because it's back there.
Right. Yeah, you'd need a camera.
Like wiener cancer would be easy.
So anyways.
To identify.
You can go to one of their 12 clinics and get yourself tested, and they will give you a B12 shot.
Oh, free. That's right. I forgot. If you go get the test, you get a free. I forgot the
go
copy
get on
points.
God mode.
I'm just saying, I would go there without the B12 shot.
I know, but
I do like a nice
way.
B12 shot.
Especially if they're going to tell you have cancer.
Right.
You know, I mean,
you want to have good energy.
If you show up and they're like,
deal with that.
Yay, boo, which one do you want first?
And they don't have to do the digit. They're not going to stick a finger in you. It's technology and stuff. So thank you, Game Day Men's Health.
At gameday.dumbzone.com.
Anyway, it is Monday. We are in our Game Day Men's Health studio, and we have a sit-in. Are you here at the behest of any local company that has bought this sit-in for you, or are you just here because you are Dan Sawyer?
I am here because I am Dan Sawyer. I
Okay.
came into town. I live in the Carolinas. I lived in Myrtle Beach and never have seen the Cowboys play in their stadium. I've only ever seen them on the road. So came out, picked a game early in the year where I figured Dak wouldn't be hurt. Beatable team. We can talk more about that later. And
Ooh,
hit up
a little tease.
He's on all cylinders.
Yeah, we're doing
well,
radio.
You saw the game, right?
I'm going to watch it. Don't tell me I've TiVoed it.
Yeah, but anyways, figured while I was in town, see if you guys had a seat available. So now just here because I wanted to be here.
I love it. I love that you planned this out. I love meeting real Cowboy fans who would do things like this. I feel like we're a dying breed. Like, you got to have some level of confidence to travel across the country and go see a team, you know?
What a game that he saw.
To have it shake out like that and to be able to be here on this day, especially to be able to do it with a name like Dan Sawyer, holy shit, dude.
Yeah. Power.
So much. You don't need the beard, but it works with a Dan Sawyer. Just a really sturdy name right there.
The beard is more of a rebellious thing. I was in the Air Force. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
Right.
I did that for
Chair Force.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you ever fly a plane?
I flew in the plane.
Okay.
That's more than Mikey did.
Very
More than
Soroy.
Soroy.
Yeah.
No. Soroy was a grease monkey.
So they call it the chair force for people who don't do any flying?
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't sit in a chair much. I think I picked the wrong job. I should have got Soroy's job where I could have. Didn't he golf or something? That was his job.
Probably right.
Yeah, it's not far off.
Thank you for your service.
Always.
No.
Yeah. There's
And you were
Yeah,
basically
do you play that card?
you were Tom
You get
Cruise.
first boarding on airplanes and stuff?
No, the only time I play that card is if there's like a significant discount involved. Like at Lowe's, oh yeah.
Yeah,
The
Lowe's and Home Depot I've heard have the
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah, but besides that, it's nice to not have to shave anymore, so I don't even know if I totally love the beard. It's just more of like,
My dad pulled that. He had Yankees level control over his facial hair for 38 years. Couldn't go beyond the lips.
yeah.
And he's had a beard since then. You see cops do it a lot. Everybody just wants to rebel.
Yeah. Not me. I like to assimilate into proper society. All right. Well, thanks, dude. I want to make one mention, too. Just a business type thing. Some issued mild complaints when we first started putting the program over on Substack as well as Patreon. We are on patreon.com and we are on Substack. And this is for the folks who tune in to the Monday show for the free show. We have a couple free shows a week. We have 2 that are behind a paywall, including in general, every Tuesday with the Brandon Aubrey shows, going to be behind a paywall. And it's good to hear from him. He's a great dude. Anyway, that's one of the many reasons we would say you might want to subscribe. So you can do it on Patreon or you can do it on Substack. So on Substack, part of the carrot to get people to jump over there last year, because they do a lot for us, we actually can keep more of the profits. And they also host our website.
Listen, I don't think there's any retribution against us for saying this. We would prefer to be off of Patreon. Like, there's a lot of different ways you could get off.
Why?
They take too much money.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's what
but
I'm
as far
saying.
as the app and everything is pretty smooth.
Yeah,
and
I don't
people
want to
like
mix up
that.
the message. I just want to say
Yeah.
there was a reason for doing that, and it is that Patreon takes an exorbitant cut.
But, whatever.
You got the
I'm
market.
happy. If you'd like Patreon, you want to stay on Patreon. But we're now offering some of the same things we offered over on Substack to get you to move over there. And if you are a Substack person who's like, I don't like this bit, I don't like their delivery or whatever, well, go back to Patreon and you can get an annual there now, and you can get the VIP, the DZ VIP, which is a higher dollar tier, but it will get you some perks, including the quarterly business review, which we will be having next week. According to Blake. Is that next Tuesday or Wednesday? Are we aware?
next Tuesday.
Thursday. Tuesday. Okay.
The 23rd.
Those are a lot of fun, man.
Okay. So we're going to be doing one next week and go to those places if you want to join up with that. And it's like I said, if you're on Substack and you hate it, we can jump over to Patreon now and you can still do the same bit. I'm on both with different podcasts. I just copy the RSS feed into my regular thing, so I don't really use the app.
Same.
For either one. That is some business. Also business is the weekend check. And that will be brought to us by the aforementioned Community Mechanical. That is our HVAC company. Travis over there is great. Can't tell you how many people I've heard from just like, hey, man, everything you say about those guys is right, including Brandon Aubrey. Brandon Aubrey called them after his regular HVAC company came out and said, I can't repair your bit. This is going to cost you like $12,000 for a whole new system. And he thought, well, I should get another opinion on that. He called Community Mechanical. He got them to come out. They were like, yeah, this is a $100 part. They fixed it for him. They set him up with the preventative maintenance program so they can identify when there's a part going awry. And Brandon Aubrey is now a customer for life with Community Mechanical.
What more do you need to know? Split the uprights with Community Mechanical. CommunityDFW.com. You can call or text 469-667-7290. Let us find out that you had HVAC issues and didn't at least give Community a chance.
HIV-AC.
Sure.
Weekend check. Oh, you know why? Okay, I'll tell you mine first. Why did I have HIV on the mind? You're asking?
Yeah. Very interested.
Because I just finished yesterday the fantastic Charlie Sheen documentary.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've seen it.
Two-parter.
Being teased.
It's...
What's it on?
You know, I like the Billy Joel... probably Netflix. Could be HBO. I'm thinking Netflix.
Okay, looks like a Netflix joint.
Like, I love the Billy Joel documentary, but then Billy Joel, like, because he really got in depth about how to make a song, how does, you know, where did I come up with the idea for this song and all that, and I love that kind of stuff. This one, but Billy Joel wasn't totally like, we didn't really hear, well, what happened with you and Christy Brinkley? It was kind of a hand wave at a lot of the stuff.
Yeah,
well, we got divorced.
Why'd you have to keep buying new cars?
Yeah, he's wrecking cars, and he was like, I never got a DUI. Well, they showed, like, wrecked car, like, his drinking was so out of control, but he never got into any of that, and that's fine, because I was interested in, you know, his career and everything. Charlie Sheen, though, his career is interwoven, like, he is the poster boy for, like, he's the new Robert Downey Jr. When I was growing up, more it was Robert Downey Jr. was always getting in these things, and now it transferred over to Charlie Sheen. But he gets into all of it. Now, he didn't go detail, but he even started how after he did the Tiger Blood stuff and had the Sheenius tour that I went to and all that kind of things, got kicked off 2.5 Men, did kind of brushed by, but, he started having sex with dudes.
Okay.
At that time. So I don't know if that's how the AIDS
Well, I remember, he was...
found its way into him.
Found itself smart enough to go from that body to that.
Yeah.
I remember he was dating an adult film star who I believe was HIV positive.
I know he was dating a couple famous adult film stars, but
I'm looking at it here. Brett Rossi was one of the film stars he was engaged to, and she sued him.
Yeah, that's in there.
Okay.
She was in there.
So she's
in there. His ex-wives are in there. It's very good. Very good. Also,
well, can I ask about the dude thing? How did he just...
like I said, barely brushed by it.
He said it.
Oh, yeah.
He just said, I was hooking up.
Well, the guy asking him questions was like, yeah.
Okay.
So, is this the time you started having sex with men?
I bet that's a lot more common than you think. For rich, out-of-control people.
We can only hope to be there. Like, where do you go to the island after that? Or is it just a different thread?
It's a different thread. Yeah, it's
Okay.
a different offshoot of the island.
He blamed the crack.
Dudes.
Kind of blamed the crack.
Sure.
Which I understand is probably easy to do. He says crack is great. But he is the son, of course, of Charlie Sheen, of Martin Sheen, who's a well-known Hollywood actor. And this means he kind of grew up in Hollywood and, was given a camera when he was a little kid and all that. His brother's famous, too. Mighty Ducks, Emilio Estevez. He lived in a neighborhood with Sean Penn. Sean Penn's all over this documentary.
Yeah.
Which means they were good friends with Chris Penn as well. So they have home movies from when these guys are like 10 years old.
Holy, that's awesome.
With the 4 of them in it.
That's insane.
And so he grew up that way. He was writing scripts, plots since he was a little kid, kind of failed out of high school. Maybe he got his GED. Anyway, the home movie part is really great.
That's crazy.
And then he's had a lot of different sobriety dates.
Yeah, that's common.
But one of them that he thought was his final one, I thought was interesting because he said he knew it was different. It was opening his life up because it was Game 6, Bulls versus Jazz. Jordan hits a game-winning shot. And I thought, that's interesting because I got a buddy who has a very memorable sobriety date as well.
Yeah.
So an easy way to remember that.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had a similar feeling, although your sobriety date is actually the 12th.
Yeah, there was some
Because
confusion
weren't you
on
drinking on the way to...
They asked me, and see...
Does anyone show up without alcohol in their system when they...
Not
if
unless
alcohol's
they are
forbidden?
coming from a hospital where they have been.
Okay,
But
because
mine
everybody's
was-
drinking on the way to
Mine
rehab.
was so low relative, and it was early enough in the day that I blew a .0 on the 11th by like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm calling it the 11th because it's cooler, but you are right.
Okay, you were drinking in the morning on the way?
I had like 2 buzz balls on the way down there.
I'll never forget that.
It's
Your final drinks were buzz balls.
It's perfect, dude. Like, what was I gonna do? Go get like a Glenlivet's 5th for $200? Like, I was losing my life. Buzzball made a lot of sense at that time. And I see them. They're the first thing you see in every gas station. It's not red car. They're legitimately there, and I see it every day. I'm like, fuck, somebody's
But
buying those.
I want to see you walking in that gas station knowing, like,
That's it.
this is your final meal.
I wish I would have
So
filmed.
you're
I wish I would have had
looking
a GoPro on.
around- You're looking around, Keystone, give me some buzz balls.
Yeah, and you know what? The other thing I did too is even dirtier. I went and got a cup from the fountain drink and got ice. I was like, I'm classy, bro. But yes, I actually think it would be cooler if I was like, I saw Dirk hit the lefty layup, and I decided that was it. That's a pretty cool story. Now it's less
Well, he
cool
didn't-
because he had 7 more after that, but
Yeah. Okay, and then, a lot of TV this weekend. I'm
I'm
still
into
watching
it.
the
I'll-
Cowboys documentary. And then I just found out this morning, because yesterday's all football.
Mm-hmm.
And it was great. A glorious day of football. I love a Cowboy early game, too. I don't know. It's weird waiting all day for it and then doing it at night. Everything seems so rushed as far as the show is concerned. But having it all done by 4 o'clock or whatever is, I thought, fantastic. And especially with early to bed Dan.
yeah.
With the length of games these guys, with the delay and with the
God, you sound old.
longest overtime in NFL history.
Good Lord.
Hey, you should be with me. You're an early morning guy.
I just enjoy the game.
Anyway, I enjoyed the game. And then I just found out this morning the Emmys were last night.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I would have known that. Might have watched some of it.
My
But
wife was watching
Why?
it, but
I don't know. I'm into Nate Bargatze. He was the host, and I'm still into TV.
she did inform me of a good bit that
what
he
if
had.
what if Jennifer Aniston won something for the morning show?
I'm sure she did.
I need to find out.
Yeah, so my wife was watching it, and she did tell me, she was like, his monologue wasn't great, but maybe we can review tomorrow. But he did have a bit where he said he was donating $100,000 to the Boys and Girls Club charities, and anybody who went over 45 seconds in their speech would immediately be deducting it from the huge screen.
Very
That's
fun.
good.
Great bit out of the gate.
Yeah.
So I don't really care what else his monologue was. That's a good tone setter, and I like the guy enough. So, yeah, I'll enjoy your review of it. That's about the extent of my involvement.
Clayton, how was your weekend?
Pretty chill. Pretty relaxed. We talked about the new Taco Bell menu.
Yeah,
And,
big player in football commercials this weekend.
Yeah.
And you
I
did.
feel like a big shock that I'm the one who reported that to you last week.
I knew about it before you even said it. I didn't feel like reporting it because it's
Oh.
just
It's water's wet.
This is the kid. He knew about this months and months ago.
Okay.
You're the old that found out about it yesterday.
Well, I'm somewhere in the middle, and I loved that Dan broke that info. My wife and her friends got hammered Saturday night and enjoyed the full spread of the 90s menu. There were texts that said Double Decker still hits at 4 a.m.
After talking about it, though, I actually celebrated myself Friday with
A little rappy?
the Crunch Wrap.
Nice.
Yeah.
Black Bean
Yeah.
Crunch Wrap Supreme. Actually, how about 2 of them?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Why not 2?
Calm
Yeah.
down.
Is it
man.
gain season?
We might get into
In my bulk?
4 digits of calories on that, but you know what? It was Friday.
That's right.
Hey, you know what? You do it.
That's
You-
right.
You live your best, Dan.
But the commercials are everywhere, and it's got some 41 behind it.
So when your wife is
I'm in
passed
too
out,
deep.
sleeping until 11 a.m., do you just walk by her and like, lazy?
No, I was going to make that more of my weekend check tomorrow, but it is it's awesome, dude. Like, it's so great. I stayed home Saturday night. She went to Grape Fest with her friends. We went Friday night as a family, but Saturday night she went, and she was useless all day Sunday. Like, completely useless. Anything I did, it was like I was Christ, like handing her. Like, I went to get Excedrin, and it was like I had created the wheel. Anything I did, she's like, thank you so much. I'm watching the kids. I can't do anything. It was great. Had a buddy come over that I saw him at our high school reunion a couple years ago, but he's like one of my lifelong best friends that I never talk to. You just don't need to. Like in high school football, there were 3 wide receivers, and me and him were 2 of them. So we spent all of our time together. We lived together in college. Then he went to the Marine Corps for 10 years and deployed many, many times. And he lives in San Antonio now. And we just started texting again. And I'm like, are you coming up anytime soon? He's like, I'm driving to Oklahoma next Sunday. I was like, well, come by the house. Watch the game. Little did I know that I wouldn't even have to sell that to my wife because she would be out of commission all day. She didn't even know he was there.
Nice.
We just got up and went to Media at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The 2 of us. Didn't ask. Didn't have to ask anybody. That's how hungover she was. It was great. But the highlight of my weekend...
Did you just hijack his?
I feel like he was going to say, I knew about Taco Bell. But
Well, no, I thought he had more.
go ahead.
It feels like he had more.
Go forth. We have plenty of time. He said, I had a chill weekend. I went to Taco Bell.
Hold on. Well, let's,
Well, no, actually, I went to Taco Bell, tried the chili cheese burrito, said it needed Fritos, then remembered Taco Bueno is now our home for Fritos in Mexican food.
How'd they get the rights?
I don't know, but they got Frito chili cheese pie and a Frito cheese burrito with their queso, arguably the best fast food queso.
Tough to argue with. What Taco Bell has is not queso, and they don't call it that.
Yeah,
They call it cheese sauce.
but the Fritos burrito at Taco Bueno blows Taco Bell out of the water.
I'm glad I heard that.
You're going to co-sign that? Okay, I'm sorry.
I,
You're
I
right.
was not aware that Fritos switched to Taco Bueno.
Because, Frito-Lay, I always thought had an association with Pepsi. And Pepsi is what you get at Taco Bell, any Yum brand, right? Like KFC, Pizza Hut. So I thought they had Frito on lock. Now they're like the busted version. Remember like when you'd get NBA Live 94 and they had every player's name except Michael Jordan would say shooting guard number 23 because they lost. He wouldn't let the Players Association use his likeness. Now Taco Bell's just, what are they putting in there? Nothing.
You're getting chili, rice, and some other stuff. But Taco Bueno, no, you're getting their chili sauce, which is really good. You're getting their queso, which is top notch, and the Frito-Lay Fritos.
Yeah, Dan.
That's good to know.
All right, now you're mad at me.
I'm not mad at you.
He was sitting there leaning in front of the mic, and
I
I'm like,
just said,
what else?
yeah, now you know
And now you're
that you can go to Bueno and get Fritos.
Okay, I'll never throw it to you again, Clayton. Jake's mad.
I can't get mad. Now, if he had missed that kick yesterday, I got to coach soccer on Saturday morning.
Oh yeah.
Really had the full, I don't know, suburban I went to Grape Fest Friday night, and then I went to AA Saturday morning, and then I went to coach soccer. And it was like the most fun I've ever had in my life. It rules. So much fun. I was hyped, dude. I can't wait for next week.
So you're not wearing like a matching jersey, though, because they give them jerseys.
Yeah, but I did buy a see, this league, it's so spare that they just have home and away. You're green or you're purple. We're not dealing with 12 different colors of uniforms here. We got green, you got purple.
Okay.
So I did buy a green and a purple like shirt.
So you'll match?
Yeah, it's not the exact same, but it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Really just loved the effort. They're not keeping score, but I am, and we won. And the
real thing is you only care about how your kid does, really. Overall.
Actually, no. That's not true because I'm the head coach. And to that end, I feel a little bit like I know what Shoddy or Mike McCarthy or Jason Garrett have gone through, because as we're loading up before the game, my wife was like, I told Nora if she scores a goal, we'll give her $10. And I was like, you did fucking what?
$10?
I don't care about the $10. Make it $100. The problem is we're not highlighting individual statistics here. That's antithetical to everything that I'm trying to preach from a culture standpoint.
Right. You're
just
trying
going
to
to walk into the locker room.
You're trying to tell her to pass if somebody else is there.
Yeah, and the defense matters.
But now you've just...
Right. What am I going to have
changed
somebody
your whole
hunting
mindset.
a goal here? An Adam Banks, a cake eater? No. I want a Charlie Conway.
That also seems pretty high. Like, what if she's good?
Well, I think the number was set knowing that she's not. Okay. But she was fine enough. She did get one.
Okay.
And she's asking about it afterward, and I'm like, all right. It's not, I'll pay you every game. I really don't care. Last season I was using iPad time. But I'll pay you if your feet are moving the whole time. Relentless.
It's not always about the stats.
It's not always about the guy with the best stats.
Right. It's the grit, the determination, the...
FU mentality.
Yeah.
She had to be warned by a referee on Saturday. I would have paid $10 for that.
Yeah, red cards.
She was warned. They did the, hey, come on, same girl every time. And I'm like, damn right it is. It was a lot of fun, though. None of the parents were mad at me. It was enjoyable. Now, I don't know how you could ever get mad enough to yell at one of these refs, because, and I'm sure I will as they get older. Dude, this kid is deer in the headlights, man. He's intimidated. He's like 16
or
he's
something.
Like 15 or 16. He's got his dumb, trendy haircut that he thinks is going to be, it's cool in his school, but now he's dealing with adults and he is freaking out.
Yeah.
In the first half, you're supposed to play, it's either 8 or 10 break, 8 or 10 halftime, same thing in the back half. Well, I'm running a timer because I'm trying to see when I want to sub. And I look down and I'm like, dude, we've been playing for 15 straight minutes. I was like, do you have a plan here on like when to stop? He's like, I forgot. And he's like, now I'm going to make it halftime. So he freaked out and blew the whistle. He's like, halftime. And then another ref has to come over and be like, hey, the first half and the second half have to match.
Okay.
So now the second half can't be 20. He's like, you're going to have to get them back up to play 5 more if you want to play a 20-minute second half. And I'm like, I'm down. And the ref was like, oh, I don't want to do it. So we just got a 10-minute shortened game. And he was just lost, dude. He had no idea what was going on. It might have been his first game.
So you can't just go ahead and play a 20-minute? Yes, you can.
Of course you can. But the big dog ref came over and was like,
The girls are 6 years old. They're going to be like, hey, we didn't get that side of the field. The wind is blowing. Like, come on.
I know.
What are we doing here?
It's weird, but
we're in a league that doesn't keep score, yet you're going to...
I was like, I kind of just want him to be out here playing because the other game's not going to start earlier.
I'm going to write a letter.
You might need to. But overall, man, the experience is just, I don't know. It's so nice. I feel like it made my kid respect me more.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. And then we had our first sleepover, her sleepaway that night, which...
she was gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was a carrot for soccer. Actually, for me, it wasn't. I kind of didn't even think about it. And I told you what my wife did Saturday night, so it ain't like she was thinking about it. But what occurred to me when I went to pick her up the next morning was the parents didn't sleep. Like at all, really. because they're freaked out. They don't know these kids' sleeping patterns. Like now there's 3 or 4 of them together. They're up all night. They were like, hey, I think the girls went to bed around 2:30. They were up around 5:30.
Yeah, that's the point.
And yes, of course, and that's fine. But I was not as appreciative of them going into it as I should have been. Because now I know if I say yes to a sleepover at our house, that isn't just have the kids over normal. I know to prepare now.
Yeah, there's
this
no
is gonna be
9 o'clock
brutal.
bedtime.
Hell no. And who knows what's going on. I think my daughter had to sleep with one of the parents, the mom. I should have been clear about that. The mom, like, on the couch, you know? So now I know. Like, it's not just a roll the ball out type thing. It was a great weekend. Met a bunch of listeners at Grape Fest, including a guy named, I think, Denny. And he introduced me to his wife. And he's like, his wife was like, yeah, we come down here every year. My dad, it's around his birthday. And I looked at the dad and I was like, God, that guy looks familiar, but I don't know. And his wife was, sorry, Denny, very attractive. And I'm like, interesting. I feel like I know that guy. I walked off and I texted my buddy who that guy, Denny, had said he was friends with. And I was like, hey, I just run into one of y'all's buddies, his wife and her dad. And they're like, yeah, her dad is Steve Buchel. And I was like,
Oh, wow.
yeah. He was just standing there smoking a cigar. And she's like, my dad, we bring him down here for his birthday. But now that I put it together, I was like, oh, that was Bush. Enjoying
Nice.
a little Grape Fest. Produced a very attractive daughter. Sorry, dude.
That often happens to
MLB
pro
pitcher.
athletes.
Yeah.
We had Friday off, which was nice. I think I told Dan it felt like a Saturday, and then we got another Saturday, which is how 3-day weekends work. I get
Very
But-
novel
But if
insights
we're,
on
if
your
we're
part.
discussing like how to do the schedule, 3-day weekends are pretty
I know.
pretty
It just
sweet.
football, it doesn't work, man.
pretty sweet.
You think we couldn't do Monday through Thursday? Would taking Friday off? Like, Friday's always kind of a fun part of the week to do a show.
Yeah.
Like you're heading into
I don't
the
want to
weekend
take
in a
Friday
way.
off.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Blake.
That's fine. I'm just rolling the ball
And
out
you
there.
can't take
Just-
Monday off, especially in the fall.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Suck it up, Buttercup.
I was not complaining. I just said it was nice to have back-to-back Saturdays. But yeah, I'm the gray cloud. I became somebody this weekend because I was walking into Hobby Lobby and held the door open. 2 very sweet ladies walked out, said thank you. The next bitch that did not.
whoa.
Yeah. And you wouldn't have known without the first 2, but now they've set the bar at polite.
So I just said, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Not the passive aggressive, you're welcome.
Next day happened to me again. You're welcome. So I'm now.
He
you're
is
welcome
so
guy.
morphing into.
Oh, the run has been established right there.
My goodness.
You don't appreciate a man holding the door for you?
Like, I hate it, but I would not do the you're welcome. I hate it when you let someone go in traffic and they give you nothing. Not even like a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little nod.
But now-
like, I then want to ram their vehicle.
But now imagine if you could talk to that person and say you're welcome. I felt great.
I just want to give some kind of a tranquilizer dart into their leg, and they just topple. And I
good.
just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to do any of this.
Oh, okay.
Just hold the door.
Had a
Skin off your back.
kid's birthday party on Saturday. This was a new level because I knew no one there.
A listener.
A listener's friend.
What? bro? Your third party?
So a listener invited you to his friend's kid's birthday
He's
party?
like, yeah, I heard there was
Yeah.
a kid's party going on.
Why? Did he then meet you?
No, he wasn't there. It was Nima, who lives in Chicago. But he said, hey, my buddy Mace is having a birthday party. Mace sent me the invite. But walking in, I knew no one.
Okay, so it would help you kill time with your kid.
Oh, they had a pool. They had a big water slide
Okay,
It was
so
at
he
someone's
loved it.
house?
at Mace's house.
He loved it.
That's way more insane, dude.
Right, then
My-
at the
Than
bounce
at
house. or
Kids
something.
Empire, just there's 5 birthday parties going on at once. You're in someone's bathroom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my wife was very confused.
Oh, you brought her?
Because as we're walking up, she's like, are you sure? Like, you know any of these people? Yeah, nah, it's normally cool. Man, just follow my lead. And
Now let me ask you this.
But here's the problem though. Walking into a birthday party, the door's unlocked. You don't ring the doorbell. No one greets you. You just walk in.
yeah.
And so that is just Wild West. Like walking in. Okay, someone recognized me.
You're milling
If not, I
about?
just got to like blend in. But it's cool. I mean, everyone was nice. Mace is cool.
Walk with a
All of
limp.
Nima's friends were great. Brooks had a great time.
Now,
Instead of cake, they did donuts, which I felt like was awesome. They
that is awesome.
they brought in an ice cream truck. It was a great party.
Was this was it ethnically concentrated Nima, or was it like a family-ish type?
There was another listener there, Ben, but we were the only white people there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
you
not
didn't stand
not
out
a lot
at all.
of not a lot of blending in.
Not only are you not actually invited,
Right. Now, yes. The parents were confused. Why is this white? Yeah.
any hot
blonde.
Persian moms there?
Of course, they're all attractive.
Yeah,
They are.
Yeah.
This is just a Disney version of Wedding Crashers.
it really is. No, that's exactly what it is.
Even Nima's attractive if you think about it. If I had to go Charlie
Oh,
Sheen,
dude, all Persian dudes are, especially if you get a little bit of like you. I thought you was like the most attractive Asian dude I'd ever seen.
you Darvish, oh
Because
yeah.
he was like Japanese Persian, and it's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
how'd they set the sliders on that one?
You're right.
No pun intended. But it is Wedding Crashers Disney Channel. That's 100% what it is. We need to make like a montage of him doing all like he's with every single mascot at every play. Put Chuck E. Cheese, the lizard at Kids Empire. Like we need a montage.
So it doesn't bother me because I follow Brooks around and I talk to who I know, which is that's my circle.
But now your wife's over there.
Now my
like,
wife is
geez,
there.
can you believe that revolution? That was weird.
No, my wife is sitting on the couch with all the other women, and they're like, "Oh, so how do you know anyone?" I don't. My husband, and now she's got to take the brunt of the punishment of
An
having to explain while they're
impossible explanation.
there. Right.
Impossible.
So I may just go on my own from now on. I was driving home.
How's the baby?
Great. He's huge.
How's her vagina?
Same
I
size.
don't know yet.
Don't know yet?
No. He's got really bad baby acne, like real bad. And the only thing that fixes it is breast milk. Because apparently it's like the cure-all for
I've heard that before.
it's
Like
really good for their skin.
topical breast milk.
Putting it on the skin, not drinking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I think I don't remember why, but if you could take like a breast milk bath for the baby is good for them. Good for their skin. Anyway, obviously you freeze it and whatever. But the easiest way to get
She got that pump on?
it hasn't pumped yet.
Oh,
Me
okay.
too. Yeah.
The easiest way to get breast milk on him is to squirt him with it.
No.
Like
why
right,
wouldn't it,
right
why,
from the source?
why wouldn't it be to put it in a little cup?
Because he's right there. So
You're having to aim a titty though. Like wouldn't you like that? It'd be better to put a cup over it and like turn the titty upside down like a cow.
Sure, that's one way to do it.
This
I
sounds
think.
more fun, but definitely
it's-
less efficient.
It's great to watch.
Did you do the iPhone slow-mo it?
No, I haven't done that.
Yeah, do that. Do that for his future.
Like a boxer.
Then you could put that in the future montage you make when he turns 18 or graduates from college, something.
Yeah,
with
you
all
can do
the
it
video.
every year. Every year when he's cleaning up his acne.
Yeah,
with her
yeah.
breast-
Yeah.
I wonder if it does work for the teenager.
I'm telling you, I've heard this is like adults do this.
Really?
Yeah, you can buy it.
So it won't work with like the milk from the store.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
It doesn't have the nutrients.
So yeah, he gets his milk and then a squirt for his skin, and that's a few
Nice.
times a day. I'll skip ahead to the game. I had to pick up Burline, first trip on the Uber line. Went
Oh,
fine.
that's right. Blake is the producer of the national radio broadcast for the Cowboys. I doubt other teams have a national radio broadcast every week.
If there might be, probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to check on that. But yeah, we do both home and away games, but
And you have to
Kinda-
pick up Steve Berline. They're like,
kinda-
hey, can
kinda
anybody
got-
live on the other side of town? Can you pick
Yeah.
up Steve on the way to the game?
now it is kind of on the way, but it is
So what was that like? What time?
well, luckily luckily the GM rode with us. So it wasn't just me and Steve.
The GM of Compass Media.
Yeah.
Dang.
He was in town for the first Cowboys.
So who gets the back seat?
The GM was in the back seat.
That's odd.
And he texted me like, "Hey, can I ride along?" I was like, "If you don't mind, I mean, my back seat is for my kids. So
Right.
There's
little
you might find a goldfish.
crackers. Yeah.
Right.
You're
Media
welcome.
executive.
You're welcome to have it.
He's wearing a suit. just
Yes.
Stuffed into your back seat.
Yeah. But me and the ride, it was just me and Steve on the ride back. But Steve and I got off to a great start because I texted him, "What time do you want me to pick you up?" And we don't go live until 11:30. And I don't know. I texted out the time I wanted to be there, but I kind of thought Steve Berline probably doesn't want to get there that early. And so I just asked, "What time would you like me to pick you up?" And his first text to me was, "What time is kickoff?"
We're tracking. Yeah.
Well, Steve, it's a noon kick. We go on at 11:30.
And
You want me
this
to pick
was
you up at 9?
this was 2 or 3 weeks ago. When
No,
you
it was
said?
a couple days ago.
Oh. Okay. Well,
So yeah,
that's good.
Picked him up at 9. We're at the stadium by 9:30. Everything's good to go. I saw this sign on the way in. It was a husband and wife carrying a sign together at 9:30 in the morning. It said, "She's a Giants fan. I'm a Cowboys fan. We're divorced for 4 quarters."
Love it. Absolutely love it. That lady wears a T-shirt that says, "Don't talk to me until I've had my 3rd cup of coffee."
Yes.
She has it on right now at her job.
And 2 stick figures with 2 cats.
On the car?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's
For
so
kids.
that's so great, dude. I don't think I love my wife.
Not that much.
Because if that's what it takes, I just can't imagine.
And then getting to see the crowd erupt over Aubrey's field goals. It was awesome.
Did you get a new jacket?
That was I got that one for, I think, for $80. It was
Baller.
on the clearance rack.
Ted Emmerich influence rubbing off a little bit.
Tweet a little picture of yourself.
Ted did.
Ted did.
Okay.
Come on, Blake ain't doing
Think
that.
I'm doing that?
Just out there looking like a snack.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Then the company treated us to a dinner last night at Albernays.
Oh, wow.
I've never been to Albernays.
Yeah.
I did some damage. I think I was over $200 on my own.
So after your big, you're getting fed by the Cowboys and press box food,
Yeah,
they say, let's take the gang out to the steakhouse. That's the world you live in now?
Yeah, Jerry had chicken and waffles for the media, a little brunch before the game. And then, I had a nice little Wagyu steak. I had a good Sunday.
That's why
Who was
you
at dinner?
It was Steve Berline and the GM and me, and Ted had to bail, unfortunately.
probably had to go home to his family.
Yeah, Ted has a wife and kid, and so
yeah.
do you.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, but this all makes perfect sense, though, dude. The same weekend where he starts sporting his cool jacket,
There was
eating
you
free,
and Berline and the GM.
eating free Wagyu beef with Steve Berline, is the same weekend he starts shitting on ladies at Hobby Lobby who are 90 because they forgot in their demented state to say thank you, Mr.
No.
Blake Jones.
She was in her 40s. She had AirPods in. She
Oh,
deserved it.
God. Now I'm back on your side. Big time.
Yeah, it seemed like she was in a hurry to get to nothing. She deserved it.
We are very, very close to him living a considerably better life than we do week to week. It may have already happened.
Yeah, it's all right. It's good to see.
It is.
You know,
It is.
Your kids should always surpass you.
100%. I'm proud. I just hope he'll travel with us and we go eat fish tacos that are a big deal to us.
Oh,
but
dude. So the first appetizer was oysters. And when you guys ordered them, it was like, what is this? I don't want this. And then they set them down at Albernays. I'm like, wonderful. There, lemon. Yep, I'll take this.
he was such a bitch about the oysters
He
in
assimilates.
California.
He just does. Whoever's around him,
Except
unless it's
us.
us, he acts like he really likes them
bullshit
and
man.
does everything they ask. All right, let's get into the Cowboy game.
From the wonderful world of sports, Radio Sports Scoreboard.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
It is brought to us by Flooring Direct DFW. They got a deal right now,
They do.
a back-to-school special where you can get new floors and countertops with Flooring Direct. 36 months, 0 interest financing, and no money down. This offer will not last. If you want to check out flooringdirectdfw.com/DZ, or they have a phone number, 972-449-9456. But the big bit is they come out to you. You don't have to go anywhere.
It's direct.
Yeah.
And floors. Right
Yeah,
there in the
well, there
name.
you go.
Flooringdirect.com/DZ. When they come out, do your floors, they're not going to leave a big mess. If the job happens to take more than a day, they'll clean your furniture up. They'll keep things looking nice. They do have a showroom here in DFW if you want to visit it, but their bit is they will bring the floors to you directly. Flooringdirect.com/DZ. Get that deal. 36 months, 0 interest financing, and nothing down. Go Cowboys.
You know who works for them?
I do.
The sales guy?
I do.
Rick Renner
The
from Fox Sports Southwest.
Rico
Somebody
Renee.
told me, emailed us that they called Flooring Direct. They set up an in-home visit, and it was awesome when Rick Renner walked in
Yeah.
to show him. Yeah.
I mean, you might want to hide your wife, but outside of that.
Yeah, he's awesome. And so I talked to Rick Renner this morning
Okay.
Hell yeah.
because I was also taken by this information and have booked him for our Cowboy watching party. We've added the Packers game to our list. So 2 Sundays from now,
Night
Rick Renner
game.
will be high atop the den or high atop my garage watching the Cowboys scheme Micah out of productivity, because that's what you can do with Micah. You can easily scheme him out of games.
That's what they did yesterday with Brian Burns and Kevon Thibodeau and Abdul Carter, who were living in Dak's pocket the entire game.
As you have concerns certainly about the Cowboys being able to mount a pass rush without Micah, especially after watching like Thursday night,
Oh my God.
Micah like wrecking the world. And then you see the Cowboys pass rush, and you think, man, a lot of these guys were putting up some good numbers. When you have Micah Parsons, the kind of player Micah Parsons seems to be is, yes, he draws so much attention that all of a sudden Sam Williams can pop up and look, oh my gosh, look at him getting sacks here left and right. That's why it's interesting. One of the thoughts I had right after the game, which was really fun, awesome game, and the fact that they won changes like everything,
Sure.
It eliminates all the clouds that were moving in. But it does make you wonder, are we going to look at the history of the Cowboys defense and see one of the worst in the NFL for years, all of a sudden, what happened? Oh, my gosh. Now they're one of the best for a few years in a row, and now they're back to one of the worst. Like that, what was different in that one little period? It may have been the presence of Micah Parsons.
Yeah, I completely agree. And this is where a Luka comparison is actually apt, because you can have Dorian Finney-Smith and Reggie Bullock on your team if you have Luka. But when you don't, those guys become super, super average. And that's why, like, for Micah, the highest non-paid quarterback, he's not a quarterback. There's a huge drop-off in the importance between, like, the worst starting quarterback and the best pass rusher. But he is the type of defensive player, of which there are maybe 4 of in the league, who makes everyone around him so much better. I mean, we can track this stuff now. The double team rate was the highest in the NFL by a lot. And he's not a big guy. So he was taking on the double teams that Aiden Hutchinson is taking on at a different weight and was fine. That's going to leave everyone else a lot more open to get to the quarterback. And it also allows you to play a lot more man coverage, which Dan Quinn was near the top of the league in the whole time he was here. I saw the updated statistic for this morning, and right now I think out of 97 snaps, the Cowboys have played man on 2 of those snaps, which I probably don't have to tell you is blowing away the league lead in the percentage of time they're in zone coverage. I mean, it's 99%, 98.5%. That's what you have to do when you can't get to the quarterback with 4. The whole thing is a mess right now defensively. And, do you remember last year? I think it was last year, maybe, when they said, well, we were just counting on those young guys up front to be better than we thought they'd be early.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Hoffman, Cooper Beebe, Tyler Guyton, really. Well, that's the spot they're in on defense now. It's nice that you drafted Donovan Ezeraku in the second round last year and Marshawn Nealon in the second round the year before that. But those guys haven't done dick. And now they're the whole boat outside of we're going to get Dante Fowler in here and see what Sam Williams can do in his third year. But I think you're definitely right. Micah's the type of defensive player that has impact so many different ways on your defense, from the pass rush to the secondary and the type of coverages you can play. They have a problem on their hands. Like, I want to talk about how excited I was after yesterday. Just the Aubrey thing is amazing. The fact that you can see the Pickens and Lamb thing coming together. I think they can win any game because they can throw the ball. But the problem is anybody can career against them through the air. Anybody. Wan'Dale Robinson, who they hate up there and consider him a bust. Malik Neighbors, Russell Wilson.
Neighbors is incredible, though. He was last year.
He is incredible, but there's a point in time where you thought, hey, I've got Trayvon Diggs.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm going to match him up against a top-flight corner. Now, Bland wasn't out there.
Could they trade him to Green Bay now or just wait till after the season? Yeah, I mean, he's going to Green Bay.
Yeah, the problem is Deron Bland is going to come back. He's their inside slot corner, but he's way better outside than Diggs is, and he's way better outside than Kaiir Elam is. They're screwed right now on the back end. Dude, how easy was that? A buddy of mine texted me this morning, and this is a point I did not think about when I was watching the game. But his thought was the Giants should have gone for 2 when they scored with 25 seconds left and take Aubrey's leg out of the game. Because, and that's before you even get into the X's and O's part of it, it feels like Russ could just pitch and catch to anybody he wanted all day at any time. Now, you're going to play a little tighter at the goal line, but if I'm New York in that spot, I think I trust Russ to roll out and find somebody wide-ass open to make that a 4-point game. And you might see teams start to do that against Dallas because they just know with Turpin and Aubrey, they got a good shot at getting 3 with 15 seconds left.
Do you think the Cowboys should have gone for it when they punted the last time they didn't really think they were going to get a long, easy interception like that?
I'm trying to remember where exactly you're talking about in overtime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last punt that they had. 3 overtime possessions. Incredible.
It's never, it doesn't happen. But no, I was ambivalent on that.
We did get to see the new rules, though, in play, just where you defer in overtime.
Yeah, because it's not,
which we talked about a little bit this offseason.
I didn't have a huge problem with it, but I also am saying that with the hindsight of watching Russ throw a YOLO ball 2 plays later that I still don't understand. But if teams don't do that and don't get greedy and don't get over their skis, put together a highlight tape when you play Dallas, because I don't see anybody that they're going to be able to just stop through the air. I don't even know if Diggs wants to be out there. I mean, the Green Bay thing is a joke, but I don't think he's not thinking it.
I don't actually think I think it's a joke that you're going to send him there now, but I think you're going to release him this offseason.
And here's another thing.
And you're
18 months ago, you thought that guy was awesome. Well, right now you're like, I hope Deron Bland is still awesome, but I think you've got opposite the field plenty of evidence. That goes quickly for those guys. Deron Bland missed the first 10 games of last year. He's hurt now. He's a good story. But I made the point in my article this morning, it kind of feels like when the Mavericks used to have to wait on Maxi Kleber to get back because that's the only way they would have a defense. And it's like, dude, it's Maxi Kleber.
You know what helps cornerbacks be more awesome?
I think pass rush probably
a great pass rush. So when was Trayvon Diggs the most awesome? Who was up there?
And Bland.
Yeah. So that's right. Nobody, when Tampa Bay surprised Kansas City in the Super Bowl a few years ago, it wasn't the cornerbacks that were credited with puzzling Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
It's if you can get to that quarterback real quick, even if it's Patrick Mahomes, that's going to throw everything off. And that's why guys like Micah get these huge, huge contracts that you can sign 4 other players in theory with. I feel like the Cowboys are still trying to throw you off the scent. They're not really signing 4 other players to replace Micah, but they're going to damn well make sure every guy. Here's Tyler Smith, the latest one this weekend. He's the highest paid guard in the NFL right now. So, look, see? Why do you care about Micah? Didn't they just do that? Oh, they did it with Deron Bland.
Deron Bland.
While injured. I might have waited a little bit on
honestly,
Deron Bland,
dude,
but who knows?
If they had a half a brain, Aubrey would be the highest paid kicker in NFL history today. He's free out in a year. You probably aren't moving on from him after this year unless he just has one of those breakdowns at the end of the year. So if you know he's coming back, just do it now and get another PR win. I also want you to look out for the slow drip. He didn't do it last night, but I imagine throughout the year, Jerry will remind you, hey, we got a couple first-round picks here. Not 1, but 2. So any problem?
That's not what he's going to say. He's going to say 4 in the next 2 years.
There you go. So you know that's going to be, in addition to signing players that were already going to be here, or Jadeveon Clowney.
So would that be the 31st pick in the first round or the 32nd?
It's looking right now like it's going to be in the 30s, 29 or 30s.
You want to talk about the lead story is Brandon Aubrey?
Sure.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
like it just feels like it's weird. We've known he's been the all-pro kicker for the last 2 years. He's been the best kicker in the NFL, and we know about the distance and how money he is. And it's kind of weird. It's almost like now everybody knows. After this game.
Yesterday was like his first, I don't want to say his first clutch kick, but those two, a force overtime and a game winner in the same game. Has he ever had
He has never had a game winner.
A walk-off.
Or a forced overtime. Hold on, let me find. I did this last night, and I thought I'd bring it up to him, but maybe I won't even because it'd be weird. Where is my Brandon Aubrey?
I mean, I got a bunch of weird stuff to bring up to him. I got a million tweets and emails from people who want us to read stuff to him. And
okay, in his rookie year, they were 12-5, 2023. Of those 12 wins, only 2 were by 3 or less. At the Chargers.
That was a great Micah game.
In theory, he had a game-winning field goal, but it was with 2:19 left. The game ended 20-17. Brandon Aubrey hit a field goal with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left, but that's not a game-winning field goal. Then against Detroit that year, if you remember, that's the game.
Christmas Eve.
He actually did.
Not Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, right?
He gave Dallas the final lead. They led 20-13. Detroit scores a touchdown and goes for 2 and fails. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, even after the penalty.
So
a little wonky.
That's not a game-winning field goal either. Not the pressure of, hey, if you make this, they win it. Now, had he missed it yesterday, they still don't lose the game, but they do tie.
But overtime, though.
What do you mean?
Well, if he
misses the overtime kick, the final kick.
Yeah, but I'm saying to force overtime, though, the game is over if he doesn't make that 64-yarder in regulation. So I'm just saying
that's the money one. That's the money one.
To go 2 shy of the record.
And to make it look, it did not look that difficult.
No.
I mean, they always say good from whatever it is. Clearly, I think 70 would be in play. Last year, they were 7-10. They had only 2 wins by 3 or less at Pittsburgh with the weather delay. And then versus Tampa Bay, where pretty much he won that game. That was a night game as well. Did we do it? Did we not do a Baker game? He had 4 field goals in that game, 49, 53, 58, 58. And I think what's going to happen now, because now there's like Mike Sando wrote about this morning, the new ball, and look at all the long field goals. And there have been a lot of long field goals this year, more than ever before through 2 weeks. Guys are hitting 50-yarders now. What we have to remember is Brandon started this bit. He's been hitting 50-yarders. It doesn't matter what ball, even 60s. But 49, 53, 58, 58 in one game?
Like it was nothing.
That was Brandon Aubrey last year.
Yeah. he should be considered like the guy who pushed this further. You know, you have guys like with velocity in baseball or whatever. You're like, oh, that was like the canary. He's the guy. And I tell you this, I don't know what the high school kids are kicking with, but a high schooler made a 64-yard field goal in Texas over the weekend.
Damn.
What I'm saying is, I just feel like the athletes are getting better. I was talking to my wife about this last night, and she's like, "Oh, it's pretty cool you guys have him on his show. Is he like how he's good?" I was like, "He's the best kicker of all time right now." Because everybody who's the best kicker in the league going forward will be the best kicker of all time. Like, their skills are just getting insane. They're the level of training, the mental side of it. It's a thing to behold. I know we've talked to him about this before, but it's basically the only part of football where I'm really interested how far it could go. Because the
distance thing is what's crazy.
Yeah.
Because is
there a situation where the best kicker in the league can hit from 70 10 years from now?
I feel like we have one right here.
And so if there's one. And
the thing is, you're not going to just try a 70.
Yeah. There's a lot of other factors involved.
Because that gives them the ball there already.
And it is fun now, and I don't know if our listeners think like this, but, you know, I had a guy yesterday send me a gay, not gay, and it was like gay, not gay, screaming at my watch party for them to try a 67-yard field goal.
Oh, I'm doing math as they're...
Yeah, so it's every time now.
I was doing that in overtime. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, stop him right there. Stop him at the 49.
But you don't want to just give the ball back. And so if you think about...
But it's going to have to be an end of a half, end of the game.
Yeah, and we got a good shot at that. But I think that the fact that they have Turpin helps because they just don't need – I mean, hell, Tolbert would return the one in overtime, but they only need like 2 plays to get in field goal range.
Yeah.
And with a good quarterback and 2 good receivers, that doesn't change the math quite the way that the tush push does, but it's in the neighborhood. Because same shit as the first week, dude. Watch the Eagles yesterday. There's nothing you can do if they get to 3rd and short. And they're obviously not calling the false starts, as Chris Jones was yelling about. Dallas, it's not the same, but it is somewhat similar that they're down 3 is 2 plays.
Are these new kickoff rules going to really increase scoring too? I mean, I guess that's the NFL. Everything they do is to increase scoring.
I think it's sissy football, and I'm just glad college will never change. You haven't seen the tweet?
No.
Oh,
Who?
Big man is big mad about the kickoffs. He's like, this is fucking sissy shit.
Trump?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
He wrote a very long post about the kickoffs.
About the new kickoff? I mean, it does get more returns.
Yeah, it gets more returns and more returns without like the biggest of collisions. I know Blake hates it. I like it. I think and I hear Brandon talk about it, and I like it more because there is a strategy involved in that part of the game now that before it was just like, oh, this guy's got leg day all day. He'll kick it out of the back of the end zone and we'll go to commercial. That's so boring.
Which he led the league in touchbacks his rookie year, I think.
But now
because of his length, he could just...
Exactly. And now, though, he's having and other kickers to figure out, like, I'm going to try to put it on the goal line, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I think the kickoff is more exciting now. And without having to have, like, just CTE, basically just the name of the game in special teams.
Well...
How can they make such a big and sweeping change so quickly and easily?
How can they get
at least it's as dangerous as the normal kickoff, and it looks like heel. I think that's supposed to be hell.
Oh, you're reading the tweet. Okay.
There you go.
How come there's still like penalties on every kickoff?
I don't know, but I'm here to make
even the one there wasn't on the return. It was like the formation was wrong.
I'm here to make a proclamation about kickoffs and special teams in general. It would have really screwed Dallas yesterday, but if you have a white returner, you are allowed 1 hold.
Okay.
Especially if that white guy looks like the white guy yesterday and has like a Eastern European name. That guy, 1 hold, right? Because I got up off my couch and started jumping when that guy broke that. I was like, oh, sit down. Not good. We had a big weekend, man. I don't know if you guys saw Isaac Tesla, the Lions receiver, but the exciting whites are...
Is Scadaboo exciting?
Hell yeah. dude.
Did you actually
Hunter
draft
Lipke
a white?
could do it? I feel like Hunter Lipke could do it.
Did you do a white fantasy team or?
I got pretty close. Yeah, in a Yahoo league. I got pretty close. And I did get to Slaw. I did not get Scadaboo. I also don't care about it, but he's awesome. I love watching him play. I loved watching him play in college. I was not surprised that he had condolences for Charlie Kirk and that NFL fans were like, what?
Oh, did he really?
Of course.
Okay, let's continue with this game, but I want to plug Qualis Roofing, one of our originals. That might have been our original
690.
first ever sit-in out at a remote. That's where I got the mushroom sandwich a couple years ago.
It's also where we got a framed Brandon Aubrey jersey? No? Or did he just give us that?
Brandon Aubrey gave us that. They gave us a framed Qualis jersey signed by all the guys at Qualis.
They were both at the
So
Dumb
it's
Zone.
a genius way to
summer
market
event
themselves. They're like, hey, we gave you a framed jersey to hang in your studio.
with
Just a
Eric
gift.
and Rachel
Just a
and
gift.
Brian.
Yeah, but they're smart because they did invent the let's give out $6.90 sit-ins. So, yeah, we'll charge $6.90 for a sit-in. And they said, you know what? We'll pay you for our customers sit-in if they get a new roof. And at the very least, just call for a free roof inspection, and then they will give you a Dumb Zone T-shirt. 817-500-9008 or QualisGC.com. They're fantastic. They have replaced my roof. They've replaced Blake's roof.
Mm-hmm.
They will deal with the insurance company for you. Again, they're awesome.
I don't
Give 'em a
say
try.
this lightly. When I started out into this business world, I think I was kind of anti-business. And then I met people like the guys at Qualis.
Yeah,
And I
Brian's
met
great.
Brian. I'm like, oh, they're helping people with business. I've not heard a single person say they had a bad experience with Qualis. Quite the opposite. They go above and beyond. And if you don't want to have the exhilarating experience that Dan Sawyer is today, you can get a Traeger grill instead of the sit-in. So check them out at QualisGC.com.
So we were predicting a big George Pickens target day, and that's what we got. I thought early they were really forcing it to George Pickens.
Yeah, and it was
Or
a
throughout the game, actually.
little bit interesting because Greg Olson's point was he would have gone right to CD and gotten last week out of there. And that is not what they did at all. I don't know that they went to him. They didn't go to him on
No, it took a while.
yeah.
But George Pickens is a great number 2 receiver. If you can get a George Pickens for your number 2,
I think it's the way it has to be in
It
the
really-
NFL.
yeah,
I think it has to be that way.
it's the new way.
And maybe if your tight end is a superhuman threat, maybe, but it's not a knock on CD, It's just this works. This is the way it works now.
It's
More important than your running back, right? So, and I thought, that Greg Olson, again, did a great job yesterday highlighting what I had been saying on the show for a while, which is not revelatory, but it's just that Pickens is a get off the line, get vertical receiver. I don't know that he's a great route runner. I haven't watched him close enough, but I doubt it. But CD is. And if you're just clearing people out of the middle of the field or the intermediate zone, I just think he's gonna be unstoppable. Now he has to do his part, but they work together very well, I guess.
I don't know how many times I wrote down another Pickens end zone force ball when double covered. But it feels like they were trying to force it to George Pickens in the end zone. Speaking of CD, can you describe his new celebration? Did you see it early?
I did not.
It was the second quarter because Dak got sacked the first play of the second quarter. So later, next possession, I guess it was, CD caught a long pass,
Yeah.
turned around. Celebration was something like, I thought he was holding a cup of ramen noodles and kind of stirred it up a little bit. Did you see it? Nobody else saw this? Okay, he caught it and showed his first down and then did this kind of thing. All right, but I never saw it again later in the game.
All right. Well, I'm
But
gonna
at
have
least we got that nasty sniffing out of the out of the league.
Dude, I wanted Aubrey to hit it so bad.
Oh, absolutely. Well, he didn't. You know what he could have done? Malik Neighbors did the Steph Night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do the Steph Night and then lose the game.
Yeah, it's brutal.
That's
I forgot about that.
what are we doing here? You got to reserve that for the game is over. And certainly, can you imagine right now if that's how that game ended and they lost? What are we doing
I was
today?
imagining it quite vividly.
What are we doing today? Because I think it feels like the vibes are good. I heard Saad say this. I was thinking it right after the game, too. Saad Yusuf on the One Star Cowboys podcast. It's a good listen.
Very good.
It felt the opposite of last week where you leave the game, but you feel really good. We lost, but man, I feel great. You just went toe-to-toe with the Super Bowl champs in their house. Now you won, but you're like, yeah, but that was the Giants. You were supposed to destroy that team, and you had to bear, you needed so much. Let's name all the things. 50 penalties.
Okay, that's true, but don't draft players that don't know how to commit penalties then, and don't end up in a situation, because nobody was crying for us when Chaz Green was out there getting 7 sacks from Adrian Claiborne or whatever that dude's name was. That's the breaks, dude. You got to play a backup tackle. Deal with it. Your team sucks. It's not our problem.
Your team sucks, but
Our team
the Cowboys
committed a lot fewer penalties
barely beat it. Yes,
and committed almost none in week 1. So
a lot
to me,
fewer
I
penalties and barely won.
No,
So I'm just saying that's where the negative oh my gosh, I think there's a lot of problems here, and I don't
the
even
way they
know
ended
what
up
to
losing
think
in
about.
overtime. If he doesn't throw that pick, you think they're getting off the field? No chance. No chance. They would have scored when Dallas punted.
Probably would have. Yeah, probably would.
I mean,
gotten the field
and
goal
I'm saying
range,
that
but
I still would have punted the ball just because it's your own 38. They only need a field goal, but I did not feel like that was going to end in Dallas getting the ball back.
Yeah.
So, and it's not like they had to work for it. He was barely under pressure. Donovan Wilson's just standing there. They got gifted the game in that regard. But from a positive standpoint, I do think just seeing Pickens and Lamb work together give you some hope that you're going to be able to at least keep these games interesting and exciting. Because, again, I have major concerns that they're going to be able to stop anybody through the air. Good news, right now they're like 17th or 18th against the run in efficiency. But the problem is when they were bad against the run, they were awesome against the pass, and they were forcing turnovers left and right on passing attempts. Now they're awful, 30th through 2 weeks against the pass, and I don't even know if they're decent against the run. It's just nobody's really had to do it. Just throw. You want to see what Caleb Williams, people will be back in on Caleb Williams after Sunday. Even if they lose, he's going to put up 420.
Yeah.
okay, let's guess that line.
Well, where is it, Blake?
I don't know.
Isn't it
What are
there?
you, Burline? You should know
Wait.
this.
The game's in
Oh.
Chicago.
Yes.
Okay, you
I'm
thought I
the
asked the
line.
line?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I was like, come on, bud.
So guess the line.
And they got, mollywopped yesterday.
Probably Dallas by like 1.5.
I would say Dallas by 3.
On the road?
That's why I went 1.5.
I'm a fan. I shouldn't get
Mollywop. That's a word I haven't heard in a while. Or ever. Have you said that before?
Has that come up on the show where you've been
Have I said that on the
surprised?
show?
I
That
think
I'm
so. I think it's a Texas thing.
Chicago
We got that
is
mollywop down there.
Does that mean you're beating Molly?
Yeah, I guess
Like
so.
the dude in Oklahoma that got fired for, hey, he's out of his cotton picking mind. And it's like,
that one was
I think
wild.
we say some things that we don't really ever think of the origin.
Plenty.
So you want to slap Molly around,
Like
you
the
go
C
right
word.
ahead, but I'm not for that.
Bears minus 1.5.
Oh, wait.
You went the other way.
Cowboys -1. I said Cowboys -1.5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we want to go down this road, we can, but you don't want this team as an underdog, son. You don't want a shoddy team getting counted out.
See, I wonder, because I know Shoddy is the fun-loving guy. I listened to Shoddy this morning. He's, his press conference from yesterday. He's I just remember it feels like the coaches with the big success, your Parcells, your Belichick, they're tougher on you when you win.
Saban.
And they're gentler when you lose. And I feel like that's an easy game to go ahead and be tough on the team. But it was Shoddy's first win as a coach. The way, the emotions of yesterday's game.
Look, you can't take away. There was some resiliency to it.
Oh, yeah.
Even if they put themselves in that situation, they fought.
They did. Yeah.
I want to play the post game thing here, Clayton. The shoddy. Well, let's see. Did I actually? Yeah, the game ball one. Because this is great. Jerry's in the locker room. I don't really know the bit that they're doing. I think it might be wrestling related, but we don't really have like a wrestling. Is Clayton full-time wrestling guy or no? You're not a wrestling guy. Like, you're still in it? Yeah. Okay. Well, if you recognize what Shoddy's doing here, let us know. Yeah. There you go.
First game ball, first win. Hell of a coach with 2
He's about to cry. Can you pause it, you said?
Thank you. Hey, here's what we do. Hey, we celebrate cool when we win. Turpin Dak got a touchdown. Yeah. Javante had a touchdown. Yeah. Miles Sanders had a touchdown. Yeah. Woo, Pick and Dak got a touchdown. Yeah. Wait for it. Interception. Donald had a touchdown. Hey, we ain't done. Who had a sack? James Houston had a sack. Yeah. Kenny Clark had a sack. Yeah. Hey, and this son of a gun, man. This field goal kicker, I tell you what.
Aubrey. Jerry shaking his hand.
51-yard field goal. Yeah. 44-yard field goal. Yeah. 64-yard field goal. Yeah. Wait. In overtime. With the walk-off. 46 yards. Yeah. Oh. Here we go.
I'm not about to hand you this ball, though.
Oh, no, come on.
This is my game
for
ball.
Marty. Yeah.
Who called
But
it? Did you say something about Shoddy getting the game ball?
Yeah,
if they won. Okay.
Yeah, that was it. But I mean, that's an obvious one. It was
easy.
going to be Dak giving it to him. Like, I just know
What
how
if-
much
what
this
if-
means for their mate.
What if Brandon Aubrey hit a 75-yard field goal to win the game? Does he get it then?
Not a chance. Not a chance.
He's on his own goal line. And
And
somehow,
like, perhaps if he like also scored a touchdown, maybe. But no, Shoddy had been thinking about that day for a long time.
Ty Walker tells us that it's from a guy named L.A. Knight.
L.A. Knight is what I saw on Twitter last night. People saying that.
what is
to me,
that? Yeah.
To me, those are shoes that lit up. But I have been out of the game for a long time.
When will the next chance he gets to do that?
What? To what?
They probably lose
do
on the
the-
road.
yeah,
lose
'cause
to the Packers.
You guys are out of your mind. Did you watch the Bears yesterday?
Maybe at the Jets.
Boy, the Bears got mollywopped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're not. I know that they're going to score a lot of points, but if Detroit put up 52, Dallas can put up 35.
Detroit was coming home after a night of drinking and
So Molly,
the Bears were like, "Where have you been?" And you don't go to. You
Not then.
should know when Detroit's been drinking. Just
Yeah.
kind of lay off.
you've been around here for a while.
Detroit, come on, Molly. I don't want to victim blame or anything, but
By the way, after the game was over, waiting on Ubers because it's crazy. So about a half hour after the game's over, I walked down to the pro shop. I'm going to get an Aubrey jersey. I'm going to wear it on the show. It's going to be awesome. Out.
Hell yeah.
They had like 4 3Xs left. That was it.
I love it. Do people just on their way out of the stadium like, I got to get one of these right now? There's probably a lot of people like Dan who are like, I'm going to have an Aubrey at work tomorrow. Suck it.
Sean Kernan, our financial guy, said his mom stopped at the Cowboys pro shop, got a Micah for over 50% off so that she can go to the grocery store and get
Genius.
he's
There
like,
you
this
go.
is a financial advice for you.
Yeah.
You can use this.
Get a Micah jersey, and you can get your groceries at however many % off.
I
on
forgot
Sunday
to
morning.
mention this in my extremely generic suburban weekend wrap-up of AA and youth soccer. I also popped that Pickens on to get 10% yesterday morning at 7:30 in the morning. And it was funny because, like, the only other ones in there were, like, Romos. And it was a couple guys came by. This is the opposite of Blake's small talk. His is potentially bad small talk of you're welcome. Mine is the guy was like, some guy walked by while we were at the meat counter. There's two of us in a jersey, and he's like, Giants, maybe you actually got a chance pulling that one out today. And I go, only thing I know is guaranteed is this 10% off, brother. He's like, amen. And the guy in the Romo jersey goes, heard that.
I
It's like,
forgot,
hell yeah, dude.
I forgot to tell y'all, Steve Berline, whenever he was walking around, people recognize him from the Netflix and, just who he
He's
is.
Steve Berline. You need to understand that. He was a big deal.
All right. He would tell people Happy New Year.
Is Berline a weirdo? We got a weirdo in our mix? I love
Because it was his first game, and he saw Christy Scales. Christy, Happy New Year.
The new Cowboy.
That's the new year to him.
Yeah.
Football. When we spring hope he knew.
When he
The
saw
turtle.
the GM walked in, hey, Happy New Year. And it killed every time. Every time. Oh, Steve.
Man, that's great.
I want to talk about all these penalties and stuff. Oh, but speaking of Brandon Aubrey and Brian Anger, let's just give Lucy a plug because we found out that
Hey, I got to log in.
the special teams unit, now that they know Blake
Would you
works,
like one? Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
now that they know Blake works for the Cowboys radio or the whatever media, Cowboys National Network, they're always asking him to just bring some Lucy to the game. So he will see them down on the field before the game and then hand them a nice sleeve of Lucy.
You don't know that 2/3 of that specialist unit on that 64-yard field goal were not lipped up with a Lucy. You don't know that didn't happen.
Nicotine pouches are what we're talking about here. 100% nicotine. No tobacco. Oh, look, they get a little thing. Level up your nicotine routine.
Oh, I like that.
All right, with Lucy. Lucy.co/dumbzone.
Yep, that'll get you 20% off, always free shipping. I actually just set it to subscribe, so I get 6 a month. They got the 8 milligram for me here, but if you're a big dog, 12 milligrams, which you can get from...
What'd you just do there? Did you just bark in the middle of a commercial?
You're damn right I did. And it won't be the last time.
All right.
It's 20% off. You're not going to bark? Do a little bark for me there.
I'm not going to
20%
unless
off and free shipping.
John Elway is coming in to
Come on, man. Set 'em up.
Cleveland Stadium.
These are great nicotine pouches wherever you, however you use them. Maybe out on the golf course, maybe deep snapping, maybe just a little midday slump. Make it Lucy at lucy.co/dumbzone. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning! This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Oh, you said warning? I just watched the Charlie Sheen documentary. I thought he said winning. Do you remember Charlie Sheen? That was his whole bit?
Yeah, we're aware.
Winning.
Definitely, dude. Yeah, my wife.
Come on, man. Get off my ass. Okay.
Winning.
This goes for the entire NFL.
You about to put them on notice?
I might write a letter. But I am. I think we've passed another line. And I laugh at the olds that put a skirt on him, put a skirt on him. Okay.
Yeah.
And I now want him to put a skirt on him. What are we doing with this roughing the passer thing? The Dak one. The Dak with 9:30 left in the fourth. That's the one. That's the Romo roughing the passer call. We got a couple penalties in the NFL that were created because of Cowboy games.
You see you thinking Bryce Young? Well, Bryce Young yesterday.
No. I'm saying there's a couple penalties now that are called because of Cowboys of the past.
And I'm saying the Bryce Young one yesterday, it was a Romo.
Well, hold on, though. One is the horse collar.
Roy Williams.
Because Roy Williams invented that and then started breaking legs doing it, and so they stopped it. But the other one was Romo getting his arm broken. I did not see Bryce Young.
Don't forget Emmett, by the way.
What was the Emmett one?
Take your helmet off.
You can't take your helmet off?
That's because of Emmitt Smith.
Why?
Because Emmitt Smith would take his helmet off every time he scored a touchdown, and the league didn't like it.
Why? Because why did he do it? Because he wanted his face to be.
Yes.
He was always thinking of marketing as he was.
That's why.
Yeah,
And
like
I may have this wrong, but it was told to me my whole life that was the Emmitt Smith rule.
Okay, because he saved every football.
Yeah.
Like he never would throw a ball in the stands or spike it. He would hold on to it, and like I believe he owns every football that he ever scored with.
I think that's right.
But okay, I didn't see Bryce Young. Did he break his arm?
No, I didn't break his arm, but it was just one of those.
But it's the
sacks.
landing on a quarterback,
And they're
with your
like,
full force.
and whoever was calling that game, and it was pivotal too, dude. Whoever was calling that game was like, I guess you got to land on your hands to brace your weight. That's the only way.
As you're holding this quarterback,
So you're
'cause if
holding
you don't hold this quarterback,
He's gonna-
slip away from you.
Yeah, and
It sucked. The one with Dak, though, and Dak cried like a little bitch when he right away. Like he threw him down. He actually did throw. They did a replay and they threw it on. It was kind of on the side. Didn't Pereira even jumped in and said, that one I probably wouldn't be calling. But Dak right away.
He hit me.
I was tackled. I was tackled in a football game.
every quarterback does it. Haters.
Well,
But you're right. It's,
and I can't remember the other.
well-
I saw a couple games where the exact same. Like I tried to fall down and kind of land on the side of each person, and that got called as well. So
I have no. They don't know. I don't know. The guys are too big. They're tackling guys who are too small, and they're going to get hurt if they fall on them. There's really not much you can do about it. The drive into the ground thing is weird. I mean, I even think it's like the helmet thing, the helmet to helmet thing. A lot of those don't feel intentional to me.
right.
It's just I'm 6'3", 6'4", and you're 6'1".
Yeah.
And when I come in at this angle, it's very hard to play the game. It's very hard to officiate the game. You just kind of have to say there's going to be a general push, right? And everybody's going to – because that Russell Wilson in the grasp call earlier in the game, that should have been a grounding. He was still fighting for yardage.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But that's we're going to protect the quarterback here. I don't know.
And whistle it. Okay. I can just jump around with notes from the game. I thought the Fox. Did you guys notice? Is the Fox score bug less busy now?
Yeah. This year.
Did they promote that?
No, but
'Cause
it's –
didn't it used to have like all the fantasy? Like I didn't see fantasy. I didn't see score updates. I didn't know what was going on. Am I covering like in my one game, my Monopoly game? I had Atlanta, so I'm pissed about that.
They rolled this out.
Not
for the Super Bowl.
Atlanta. Who did I have? Jacksonville. So I'm pissed about the Travis Hunter.
I had a triple play in Cincinnati, though.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, congrats to you.
But with my logic of the Bengals can't keep sucking this bad in the first couple weeks of the season, and somehow they did and won.
Burrow's out, man.
Dude.
Yeah.
He might be out for a while. I thought it was funny. Jackson Dart. So he gets in a game, and it was really weird, but obviously they were setting up the third play. So he gets in the game, and he does the whatever read option, right? What is that?
Yeah, just the zone read.
I'm going to
read option.
the fake handoff,
You're reading
or the
the end.
handoff, and he fakes running. Then he did it again. He got in the game later. The handoff, but he fakes. So now this is why we're setting that up. Daboll's an idiot, but he does it again, but he keeps it, and he falls down. It was just
It was
so Giants.
It's a super weird. I hate when teams do this, and I think it goes to we don't know what we're doing. He's not effing Cordell Stewart. Like, what are we doing? He's not a change of pace. In fact, maybe he has a little bit better wheels than Russ at this point, but Russ was able to run it better than Dak can yesterday.
For sure.
So he's
Dak is the definition of lumbering.
Oh my God, it hurts me to watch him run,
Yeah.
and I feel like it hurts him too, which is why when he picks up a first down like that, he's like, I'm selling this for all it is from my bottom. But Jackson Dart's not like Tim Tebow. There's no change of pace. He's their future starting quarterback. So just at a pure level, from like play to play, do you think he's going to have a better chance at success at this play than Russell Wilson? regardless of what the outcome of it is, handing it off to Cam Scatabo. I don't know why put him in the game at all? Are those valuable reps for him?
Right. No, it didn't make any sense. The timing didn't make any sense when he would do it.
It literally just feels like they know everybody wants to see him play, and they're like, we got to get 5 of these in. Here's the times where we think the leverage is low enough. Because it was 2nd and 1 when they ran that play that he fell down on. It makes no sense.
Right. And they would only bring him in on a 2nd and 1 or something that's seemingly low leverage.
Yeah.
You're probably going to get this. Let's just try this guy in there. I did think they got some balls when, what was this? 2:44 left in the game. That's where they had that 42-yard touchdown pass. On 4th and 4. 4th and 4.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know. Russ does love to throw it long.
He's very good at it.
It's cool to see. He's very good at it until the very, very last one. Because he did it again, of course, with 25 seconds left in the 4th. So that was fun. Daboll bought himself a little time. I think the odds have to be on Mike McDaniel as first coach fired.
I think he's betting on that. Like his press conference seemed like it.
Oh, did you see him after the game?
I'm worried about him as a fan, a fan and a fellow substance struggler.
But I thought
he looks like he's going through it.
I thought early in the game it was a Brian Callahan moment. You played us the Brian Callahan audio from last week where he was yelling at a reporter that the forearm down is not mean you're in bounds. You got to have 2 feet and you got to sign a waiver, like all this stuff. But Daboll trying to challenge the in the grasp call. I thought that was odd. Like it's called in the grasp and then the play ends right there. That's the whole point.
I don't think that the average NFL coach understands what is and isn't challengeable to a fine tee. I would say the same for the NBA because I've seen Jason Kidd do it.
Yeah, he's Jason Kidd.
But so I think there are.
Of course, he didn't know what's going on.
There's definitely guys in the booth who know what's happening more than guys on the field. Like, no, you can't challenge that. We met with the refs last week. You should have too. And that's a bad look. I'm glad Shoddy hasn't had one of those yet because he will, and it will be very loud, and it'll probably cost him a game. And it's going to suck super bad.
That left tackle bit was insane.
What do you do? He's already the backup.
It was awesome watching Jameis during that sequence.
Go on.
He was just pacing the sideline. He was running like almost halfway out to the numbers, like yelling at this guy. And not in a bad way, in a very Jameis way.
So he jumps off sides twice. He got the personal foul call at the end of a 51-yard pass, or after a 51-yard pass.
That was just, and I guess there's a world where you could say that's ticky-tacky because 20 years ago you could kind of just lay on a guy and F with him. But you're not doing that now. The ref was also right there, and he's just on top of a guy, like pushing him into the ground.
Yeah, he was getting pushed too, and the ref did call the second guy, but still.
Yeah. It doesn't help that people know that you're already all pissed off because you're getting flagged and huffing and puffing about it.
Okay, this brings me to some game audio, like while watching the game. So we have Joe something.
Davis.
We got our guy, Greg, third leg Greg.
Gio.
And then Pam Oliver, who we affectionately know as Pilled Up Pam on the sideline. And
I want to be clear, we're not putting her on the air.
No. And I'm not going to do the Dick Clark. I'm not going to play you every Pam Oliver report. But I could. I just want you to know what a good person I am here. But she has a very confusing report on that left tackle once he was benched, because apparently there's sideline chaos. Mm-hmm. And you're saying you're watching it from the booth, and that's looked very exciting to you. So I'm just learning that there's even chaos. I have no idea. All I know as the viewer is he's had a couple penalties and he got yanked from the game. Okay, so here, let me take you to the broadcast, and after we listen to this, I want you to tell me if you know more than I just told you.
And new left tackle. Same result with a penalty.
Yeah, the new guy got a penalty too.
Offense number 82. 5-yard penalty.
This time it's Daniel Bellinger down to Pam Oliver.
Well, Joe, very few people could calm down James Hudson after the replacement left tackle's display, that penalty field display. It was teammates and coaches went over to him, patted him on the shoulder pads. They seemed to deliver encouraging words. Hudson kept a towel over his head. Now he grabbed his helmet. I just saw Brian Dable revisit with Hudson yet again.
What did we learn there?
Yeah.
Like, they showed some video of him, like, shoving and talking, and then Jameis was in his ear, like you said. But I didn't really get a, hey, how about when he came off the field after being yanked, he started doing this and this and this, and it led to this. Like, how about she's acting like we were with her. Like, do you ever, your kid might do that, or my wife will do that, just talk to me like I know who she's talking about at work. Like, like, I wasn't with you the past 10 minutes, Pam. Mm-hmm. Let's bring us in. But
yeah, she also added the very vital piece of information of I'm assuming it was positive reinforcement or positive encouragement. Yeah. I mean, she wasn't there.
Right.
So she's going to have to it looked positive. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
There was a few instances of buffering Greg. I just grabbed one little one, because I know you love it.
We've now seen him sniff out and blow up 2 screens here in the third quarter.
Teammate of yours in Carolina when he broke in.
Great, talented, great kid. The sky is the limit. I think he's going to continue to excel here in the NFL.
The cadence punctuator in there is great.
He's one of the voices in Madden this year, and he does it in that too. Wow. In the video game.
He buffers?
Yeah.
That's great.
Drives me nuts.
And, okay, so I got a couple of CD Lamb-based cuts here. This one is Joe is talking about CD.
You figure you're going to get a very motivated version of CeeDee Lamb this week. If you had told the Cowboys the game's going to come down to the ability of CeeDee Lamb to catch the ball, you would have said we win. But Lamb had those 2 drops so uncharacteristic, and he told Brian Schottenheimer all it did, bro, was wake up a monster. They got back at 4 a.m. Friday morning. By lunchtime, he was out by himself catching passes off the jugs machine.
So you could focus on the, okay, he went to catch passes from the jugs machine. I don't know that's, I don't know.
Performative.
But I think Jake wanted to focus on this.
But Lamb had those 2 drops so uncharacteristic, and he told Brian Schottenheimer all it did, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why he needed to relay that. If it was relayed to him, it's unnecessary. I mean, did the guy say or like at all? You typically clean that up.
Bro.
But it just, hey, bro, it felt like Joe Davis wanted to talk as if he was CD for a moment. This is an odd moment.
Oh, really? You go ahead.
What else you got there, Joe? What else would
going.
CD say? Maybe celebrate a pass catch for us here.
And then this cut happened because of CD. Of course, something the Cowboys did not take advantage of is a ton of Giants penalties. CeeDee Lamb knew there was a penalty, and I could see it right away. And I'm very aware of the new rules just because I've watched a couple of games. But CD should be very aware because, like, they're up his ass about it all the time. As far as the taunting another player.
Dude, but
you're allowed to celebrate yourself.
I get it. But you're right. It has been the point of emphasis. But, dude, there's no
the camera's
gun.
on him, and he's, like, laughing. Ha, ha, ha,
what
you
suck. Dude, it's football. What are we doing?
Like, I'm just saying.
You're right, and I hate it, but this is ridiculous. There's a few. I understand we have a gun problem in this country, and the only way to solve it is for NFL players to not do gun celebrations. I will give you that.
Right.
But there was no gun. There was no knife. He's just like giving you the, oh, shit, they called you for that. That's now, dude, what are we doing?
It's just taunting a particular player.
This is not college. It's the NFL. These dudes are making $20 million a year and are roided out of their minds on a cage every week. And we're like, oh, he pointed at him after a emotional moment. What are we doing?
That was more than just like I pointed at him. I thought it was kind of It was like a na-na-na-na, you suck, ha 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 ha.
I think that should be allowed. I don't understand. It's insane to me that we're like, hey, try to go kill each other, but as soon as this guy who's a AD at a high school blows a whistle, if you point at somebody, bad guy, we're going to take away a sixth of the fucking field on you. It's insane.
Okay, well,
That's not and then the fact that because of that, it was all offsetting? Ostensibly saying that the worst act that occurred among all those things was the na-na-na-na boo-boo.
Well, and I would have thought that is a post-the-play penalty. So all those other penalties are enforced or, yeah, at least you pick the one you want. And then post-play, now you're 15 yards back more than you would be.
No. If you've been mean to somebody...
That feels like it's it was after the play is done. So that's the way I thought that should have been enforced. Anyway, the ref had to call so many penalties, he laughed.
All right, there's 4 fouls on a play. 12 men, defense, personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 95. Pass interference, defense number 2. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
No way.
Offense number 88. All fouls offset. Replay third down.
4 penalties on one play.
Oh, my
what
God.
are we doing?
Yeah, I think they missed a 4th. I thought Tyler Guyton, the left tackle, I thought he tackled.
Got a little, can't say T, chaser.
They missed a 4th. I thought Tyler Guyton, the left tackle, I thought he tackled Brian Burns. So
it should have been 5.
Could have been 5. I'm sorry. I lose 4 is my limit. It's as high as I can go.
That was awesome.
I like Greg.
I like Greg. I like that ref. He sounded like Jubb trying to read.
Yeah, that ref, I think he looks like the oldest old school ref that's in the league now. He's not cut.
Vinovich.
Is that him?
No, I'm talking about the black guy. The black guy out there yesterday, is that who you're talking about? He got a little bit of love handles. He feels old school to me.
No, it was an old white guy.
Was it Vinovich?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I must have been watching a later game too. And there's an older guy, an older black guy who's kind of fat, and I really vibed with him yesterday.
He might have done the Falcons game.
That might have been it. There aren't many of them left. Hefty, or not even hefty. The guy's in shape. He just doesn't. He's not cut.
Want a little shoddy post game?
I do.
Please.
Did they win because of the penalties? Did they win because of big plays that they made? Or did they win because, well, Shoddy will tell you why they won.
These guys are confident, and they should be confident. We're a good football team. Now, I think we did some stupid shit tonight. I really do. And, a lot of penalties. I think they got us for 12 and them for 14. So we got to look at that. Special team stuff is unacceptable. We're not going to let that happen. So we got to look at those, and we got to play with better hands. But it speaks to the type of culture we've built. And again, I know some people don't like talking about culture, but that's what I'm all about. And
really,
I told you guys, when we had adversity, our guys would step up, and they did.
So yeah, I thought it was the really ill-advised
pass from
Russell Wilson that looked like it was intended.
I would
for
say
the Cowboys defender.
Adding to that, adding a known bad culture guy to your offense is why you won the game. You signed a psychopath, and he produced. It's not because of but the reason Shoddy has to tell you about his culture is because what else is he going to tell you about?
Right.
Ping pong. The Seahawks years, but
and just a couple of bingos. They're the same bingo though, so I don't know what happens if you can get the same thing called on 2 bingos. Anyway,
first win, only 199 more, right?
To pass him, yeah. I'm going to enjoy this one. Midnight rule. I've told you guys this one, right? Midnight. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to have a couple shotties tonight, and at midnight I'm going to go to bed and wake up, and we're on to Chicago.
I want to be a fan so bad, but I don't know. The youth pastor, dude, perfect. So party a little bit thing is I hate it.
When does your voice come back?
After a few shotties. So if you guys let me leave, I'm going to go have 3 lemons, right? Vodka, water, 3 lemons. But it'll come back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. When you guys talk to me tomorrow, I'm going to have grape juice. I'm a little tired right now. That was 70 minutes. I didn't even play, but I'm a little tired.
Nice guy, and I'm gonna pull for him, but it's they invented the word cringe for this individual. Like, he calls himself by not only his own nickname, but his own
He made up the nickname
for his drinking.
Right.
And like, it has nothing to do with drinking or alcohol. It's not that. It's just a weird, I don't know, whenever I was a big drinker, and I love it, I don't think it's weird people who are like, you know what I'm going to do tonight? A couple Crown Royal, the berries. Like, that's as weird as talking about sex to me. Do it, enjoy it, but yeah, you know me, I'm going to have some shotties.
We have some other NFL audio, including Micah stuff. Want to do that in a few minutes?
We could do this all day.
All right.
The Dumb Zone.
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
This is a rhetorical question for those in this room, but have you ever dreamed of stepping onto the diamond and living out your big league dreams, Dan Sawyer? Now's your chance.
I have.
We're talking Texas Rangers Fantasy Camp. That's presented by National Car Rental, and it is in Surprise, January 7th through the 11th, 2026. It's the real deal. Campers compete in a 6-game season with teams coached by actual Rangers legends, pro-level equipment, your own personalized authentic Rangers uniform, daily meals, hotels, transpo. Everything is taken care of.
It's in Surprise, huh? Because I did this, but it was here many, many years ago. Like 20 years ago, I was in the Rangers Fantasy Camp, and it's like the coolest thing I've ever done.
It sounds incredible.
It's great.
And by next year, there's a chance I may want to do this if I can throw properly. Confirmed alumni, the aforementioned Steve Buechele.
Oh, yeah?
Mark McLemore, Colby Lewis, Darren Oliver, Ruben Sierra, Pete Incaviglia. It seems extremely cool. Now, those are the things that they can guarantee. It also says here, plus you'll make lifelong memories with fellow campers, and I feel like there's no way that they can promise that.
I don't know that I did with fellow campers, but I do have a lifelong memory because my wife came out to see me at the stadium, the old ballpark. Like the last day you get to do a game, and
you had your old gal
like
in the
Jim
stand.
Kern or some old Ranger was pitching. Like he was like 65 or whatever.
Just sitting your ass down.
Unbelievable speed. Like the ball. Seriously.
Just
like I'm up to bat, like, okay, I'm going to take Jim Kern. He's like this old man. It's like, oh my God. But it's really fun. And so for some reason, Dr. Phil's wife was there. And the memory we have, the long-lasting memory, is my wife has a picture of her and Dr. Phil's wife. She was like stoked about that.
While great, again, no promises made on Dr. Phil's wife being there. TexasRangers.com/fantasy camp. You will get to train and live like the pros. Spots are limited. Dr. Phil's wife pending. TexasRangers.com/fantasy camp.
Let's keep doing Cowboys stuff and NFL stuff with
I'm going to play you a little bit of Jerry audio here. He spoke for – I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to when Jerry talks anymore. I think he's just talking.
Used to be like every home game, right?
Yeah. And now he seems like some road. Maybe that was week one. I think he's going to be just talking a lot. He's feeling the documentary juices. He's got a lot of PR to do right now because of the Micah thing. So if they win on the road, he's talking, you know?
Or if they do pretty well on the road.
Right. There you
like
go.
in Philly.
There you go. He did a couple things in his press conference yesterday that, or his media availability that I hate. They're sort of subtle. Last week, he was on the Fan, and they asked him about DeRon Bland. And he's like, it shouldn't be long. Shouldn't be long. Which is completely unnecessary to do. This is a cornerback with a foot injury who missed half of last season. Different injury, but I think it's a bad move by management when they used to do this to Sean Lee all the time. And when they just say, if a guy's out, it should be long. Because now when it is, it's the player's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some of this happened to Trayvon. I don't think so, but this is what he did. It was Cooper Beebe who left the game yesterday.
Yeah, go ahead.
We don't know, right? At least
No,
at the
we do.
time. What is it now?
6 to 8.
What?
That's important because I didn't know that.
High ankle sprain.
When did that come out? Should I have seen that this morning?
This morning sometime.
I didn't know that.
It looked bad, though.
It did look bad.
And I heard from reporters in the room and everything, he wasn't moving around.
Well, here's, I think this is Machota asking Jerry about it after the game.
What's your concern level with Cooper Beebe? We saw him limping into the locker room.
Yeah, I don't have any idea the extent of his, he's a tough guy, and I didn't hear.
Why? Why does he need to even – well, he's a tough guy. I mean, so probably back
Probably
quicker.
not long, yeah.
If he's a giant pussy, it could take 6 to 8 weeks. That's the staff is saying. But if he's a tough guy, you know, I mean.
He's a tough guy, and I didn't hear anything during the game that was of a degree that I would be worried about it. But I want to emphasize I don't know the assessment of the injury.
He did hit the I don't know, but I think it's a Jerry thing he's always done, and I don't like it to just put it on the player. Tough guy would come back. The other weird, extremely Jerry thing he did, as Dan Sawyer, who was at the game yesterday, pointed out, did they sign Jadeveon Clowney during the game?
Well, we just signed, while we were here today, we just signed another pass rusher. But we're playing it pretty straight. We're rushing forward. And so we'll have an announcement on that. We signed him right during the game or before the game. And, yeah. So, but the point is that.
Yeah, I mean,
so is it during the game or before the game?
It sounds like it got done during the game. Like,
okay.
done. But it had to have been I mean, he visited the other day. So, I mean, our thought was. Is Jerry picking up the blue phone as Russell Wilson is just dancing 20 yards around back and forth and being like, gimme Clowney.
It did make me – I didn't mark it, so let me see.
Jerry and I talk about a lot of things.
Oh, okay, so here's the question.
Last one, John.
Brian, did Jerry tell you that you guys are signing Jadeveon Clowney? He told us that out there.
Jerry and I talk about a lot of things, John.
Thoughts on that?
If it's true, which I think if Jerry says it's true, that's awesome for the Cowboys.
Okay, so
oh my
he did
God,
not
that's
tell us
so uncomfortable.
Yeah, so this goes back to like last week. I think we dealt with one of these things of this is something that just not every coach has to worry about.
Yeah,
but has to make sure. Am I saying the right thing that the owner said, or do I want to kind of act like I know what's going on around here?
You know, the other thing
so
too
he is like. Well, Jerry, we talk about a lot of things. The point is not that thing that you were asked about.
He'll talk to you about what he thinks you need to know about, and it's not everything. I do think it's, I don't know, like shoddy. I haven't listened to the whole post game, but most head coaches will say when asked about something, I'm going to have to see the tape first. Jerry's like, it was a disaster out there when Kyer Elam got beat. He's like, I couldn't believe it. It's like, you didn't even have a replay.
I wonder what the market.
Sweet. He's just riffing, dude.
I feel like the market for Clowney was very small, just because he visited the Cowboys last week, and then it was like up to Clowney to kind of decide. Apparently, and I feel like that's what every team does, or every player loves to visit the Cowboys, then go somewhere else and actually sign there. Because they can get the price up a little bit. But I think they went around the league, and there was no other there. And so he came back to the Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't know the ins and outs. You're probably on to something. I'm not expecting much, man. If you're going to expect this pass rush group to get better, maybe you're hoping that if you bring in Clowney, he's got a month of juice while the other guys hopefully figure it out. You're hoping that Nealon, Desiraku, and Sam Williams can figure it out by the end of the year. It doesn't look good, though. I wouldn't be surprised if they made a trade. I would not be surprised if they made a trade for a pass rusher, which is insane. It's very similar to what happened with Amari Cooper 5-6 years ago, where they're like, fuck it, we don't need receivers. And then 5 games into the season, they're like, well,
sure wish we had a receiver.
We tried with none. Why don't we get a good one? And then they won enough games that year to get into the playoffs and put Jubb in a mohawk. You know, so I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if by the deadline they say we're going to flip a second and go get a real pass rusher. And around we go. Somebody put up that image of Shoddy Clayton. This is just going to be my new profile picture. It's the shot of Saya We're now AIing. A listener sent me this.
That doesn't even look like Shoddy.
Yeah, it does. It looks like Shoddy and Jesus combined.
He's got a crown.
It looks more like Shoddy than Jesus. Yeah, he has a crown of thorns on and the visor.
Okay, I guess I'm just Shoddy is my, what do you call it? Not avatar, whatever, the logo for my fantasy team, because Tactical Shoddy, I have a picture of
And
Shoddy.
he looks nothing like that.
I look at his face every day, and, you know. Okay.
You got a button-up tunic or something? What?
Yeah, I just like the crown of thorns and the visor. People are really going to come around on this guy. I can feel it.
Who knows, man? Maybe this is the way. Maybe this is the way. I don't predict that it is.
They
but
doubted Christ at first, too.
Did y'all see what they were doing after the game with all the players?
Mm-mm.
So Dallas Cowboys Twitter posted their little social media person running up to all the players and throwing them a visor and saying, "Hey, celebrate Shoddy's first win." And they were all like throwing the visor on and like just doing their Shoddy impersonations and stuff.
If I watched that, I would probably like it because I'm a Cowboy fan, and if I were anyone else, I'd be like, this is the lamest shit in the world. The visor's not cool. Like, it's not it's an odd choice to pick like an identifier as something not cool, but he did.
Tom Landry had the fedora.
Fedora's so cool. Like,
Shoddy's got the visor.
Government officials couldn't beat Tom Landry at dressing, and now we've got this guy. Yeah.
So
we're 101.
We will segue from Jerry to this clip, which you'll see why it's a good segue, because this is the Thursday Night Football crew. By the way, awful.
Oh, no.
Still awful. Like Thursday Night Football.
Oh.
Kirk Herbstreit. Awful. What are we doing? That's after the first year of it, you didn't say, I don't know, can't we do a little something different here? Do a little better? Can't we get Greg Olsen to just do 2 games a week? He will. Can we do something?
Troy did it before.
What if we get anyone, any person who, just give me a guy who played in the NFL. How about that? Any player.
Berline?
Steve Berline.
Steve Berline.
Steve Berline could absolutely do this job. But we have Kirk Herbstreit and Al Michaels. Could there be any 2 guys with less chemistry?
Not only less chemistry, and I'll play you something later, but they're just outwardly admitting they don't care about their job now. So it's fun.
And I'm glad Al can go off into the sunset making silly money to do 1 game a week. It's
See,
fine.
I thought you were even the whatever they are, studio or sideline crew.
Yes.
They're trying, but it's a
Awful.
mess. I like Fitz, but I don't like that crew.
The whole thing, terrible.
Got a lot of blazers and T-shirts, man.
So here they are on the post-game show, and Micah Parsons is going to be joining them coming out of the break.
Welcome to TNF Nightcap, presented by Allstate. I'm going to lay out for a second because this crowd has something to say. I know you guys know what they're saying. They're saying, thank you, Jerry. Joining us now on set, Micah Parsons.
It was hard to make out with the baseline return that was cranked up.
By the way, I do
bit.
think about engineer and producer Blake a lot because I know Pam is pilled up, but they do her no favors, dude. They bury her in the mix. It's the start of the game, so everybody's super hyped up and there's loud music, and it makes it so much worse. So, yeah, there was a little bit of an issue there, but it sucks, dude, and this is nowhere near over. 2 weeks, coming here 2 weeks from now.
So I feel bad. Well, I don't feel bad. It's the media, and especially the clip culture media that we even find ourselves in, right? Get a clip, make it go viral. Hopefully people will see this clip, and then whatever.
And then
clip.
cancel their advertising.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, that did happen to us.
Effing clips.
Maybe you got to make sure you put the right clip out there, Blake.
Sorry.
Not every clip should be put out there.
Sorry, Click Commander.
So this clip went viral, which would cause you to criticize, or it's Micah criticizing the Cowboys. This clip went viral.
Running to the ball, playing hard as hell, and just hitting you know what I mean? Like, coming into a culture like that where you don't have to bring that and you're not trying to change a culture is so much easier transition.
So did you see this out there? Cut off. It was cut off. And, oh, my God, this is Micah Parsons talking about being with Green Bay, what Green Bay is like.
Running to the ball, playing hard as hell, and just hitting you know what I mean? Like, coming into a culture like that where you don't have to bring that and you're not trying to change a culture is so much easier transition.
So when you're coming into that culture and you don't have to – oh, wow. So that means he was just leaving the Cowboys, who clearly didn't have that culture, unless you hear the full clip in context.
The culture of the Green Bay Packers and how it differs from the Cowboys, how have you felt it, even though you've been here for a short time?
You know, I wouldn't really say the culture because I think I was with a great group of guys. I love that locker room. But I'm just happy I came into a locker room where they established that they run to the ball. I'm joining something that I was already used to. Running to the ball, playing hard as hell, and just hitting motherfuckers. Wow. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm joining something that I was already used to.
And you're not
That's
trying
your
to change
best.
the culture. It's so much easier transition.
That is the best beyond the clip that we've had. I mean, that's it was worse. I saw it in quotes. Like, I didn't even hear it. I just read it. I was like, damn. And I never would have followed up on that because the Cowboy fan is very ready to be told your culture's bad. It sucks. It's not about football there. Well, here's one in the win column where Mike is like, actually,
that's what I'm used to.
That's bad.
I came from that and coming to that, and that's why it's great to not have to be the guy to just bring it. So, yes, what a big piece of context there.
Yeah, and I'm glad you're doing that. And that's what it was going to be, right? Because Micah didn't have a problem with it's not like when DeMarcus Lawrence left, he had a problem with Micah.
Right.
Micah didn't have a problem with his teammates defensively necessarily, at least, his faction of them. So that makes sense. But I'll tell you this, dude. You said it this morning, like, they're the favorite for the Super Bowl right now. Like, they're so good, and he's not even, like, right now he's at, just for context, right? Like, last year, he would average about, like, 17 or 18% pressure rate. So on roughly a fifth of the snaps, he's getting a pass snaps. That usually leads the league. Right now, he's just over 10% as he's getting going here. That's 19th in the NFL. The highest Cowboy is Sam Williams at 5%. That puts you down like at 60th. So most years, the Cowboys have Micah at number 2, number 1 through number 3, and whoever was opposite Micah was in the top 20. Whether it was DeMarcus Lawrence, whether it was Dante Fowler, or any of the other scrubs they've run through here opposite Micah, they all ate at like a north of 10% rate that kept them in the top 25 pass rushers. So now they not only, as you said, don't have that guy, the next guy down is barely like a second-tier pass rusher based on the numbers he's putting up. And they don't have another guy after that for like another 50 spots.
Let me play you 2 minutes of audio of Herbie and the broadcast talking about Micah. This is once the game is in hand.
Time now for Driven for More, presented by Hyundai. Big deals in Dallas. Big D. Luka Doncic, of course, traded from the Mavericks to the Lakers, which was stunning and totally unexpected.
Just when you weren't thinking about Luka.
Micah Parsons
now this comes at you.
Going from Dallas to Green Bay. That was stunning, but not necessarily unexpected, because he talked about getting out of Dallas because of the impasse with Jerry Jones.
Yeah,
the contract.
Asked for a trade.
The demand. Stars leaving Big D.
Yeah, and both in their prime.
Yeah.
Totally. Have you ever seen a city lose 2 superstars like that in their prime?
Can't think of one. From the goal line, Deebo Samuel will run it out. 27-yard line. We were talking to Parsons the other day. It's one thing to get acclimated to the play on the field. We said, what about off the field? He said, well, they gave me a big truck. I got an Airbnb, and I'm eating at Texas Roadhouse. He told us he weighs 248, wants to get to 240. I said, you ain't going to get into Texas Roadhouse, baby. Better find a vegan place.
Well, maybe they do have great
He
chemistry.
said, growing up in Harrisburg,
Can you pause
he
it?
feels
Al Michaels thinks you lose weight by just eating
Vegan.
vegetables.
That's right.
Not
Al
like
Michaels
grilled
has
chicken.
never eaten vegetables.
Right.
Remember that?
Yeah, it was a
But
weird
he
thing
thinks
for him
if-
to mention there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he needed to lose weight, he would just eat vegetables.
Right.
Okay.
He said, growing up in Harrisburg, he feels comfortable in this setting. By the way, this is like a village. What a great community. If you're a football fan and if you've never been here, you need to visit. It is as good of a place for football as there is. But I think you think about Dallas on the other end of this, trying to lose the city and their fans, what they're dealing with, losing those superstars.
Given the Dallas wound up with Anthony Davis, and they got Cooper Flagg from the 27-yard line.
What?
Daniels hit as he throws.
This is dog shit.
Gain of about 8 here.
Hold
Let's
on.
go to Kaylee.
Guys, Mike has told us he hasn't talked to Luka since before the trade, but he wants to reach out to him too. He sees the same parallels that we do in their experiences, and he put it quite frankly, saying there's nothing more motivating than when you find out that people you love don't truly believe in you and they thought less of you. He said there's nothing more motivating.
Well, he looked pretty motivated last week.
Yep.
Motivated tonight. Approaching the prime of his career, too. He's only in his fifth season.
That's true. Knocking on the door.
Yep. Second down and 3 after that 7-yard gain.
The real part I wanted you to hear was what she was saying. Just the whole, you really find out. You really get motivated when you find out the people, they just don't love you.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I guess
That's the spin. That's what he's.
I guess athletes have to do that. They said Michael Jordan used to invent.
But this is an extreme case of that. I get it. We all do it in our own lives. Like, I got to gas myself up a little bit. But this is just straight lies. Like, and maybe he sees it that way, and so it's subjective. It's not a lie. It's a truth to him. This is how he's going to write his story, though. Like, if there's a 30 for 30 on Micah, or when they're in the Super Bowl this year and we have to watch 6 hours of coverage of Micah, all it's going to be is him telling the story that I wanted to be a Cowboy for life. I grew up a Cowboy fan, but they didn't want me there. They just didn't want me there.
Let's talk about the Luka-Micah comparison. Does Luka return a Micah call? I say no. I'm not even sure he knows who he is.
I mean, they've obviously met, but
he's met a million people where they've said, here, pose with this guy. 'Cause
right.
he's really big on the Cowboys. Like, okay.
Black guy.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
If Micah and Dak walked in together, would he be able to tell you who is who?
Yes, but only because
of Dak.
Of Dude Perfect. And I promise you.
Did you see?
Yeah, I did. And I didn't watch it.
What?
They dropped some behind the scenes of Luka on Dude Perfect.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. Yeah, I also listened to Sham God on a podcast this weekend talk for 10 minutes about how he hated the way things were handled, and he had to leave after they traded Luka because he actually had a really interesting word. He was like, shit got spooky down there. And I was like, I know what you mean.
Spooky
Backstabbers. I know. It's just the way he described it is how it felt.
First try! Let's go! I know you hear some people say first try. That was first try. All right, fun behind the scenes facts. We've been doing Dude Perfect for 13
Turn this
years.
off,
and we've
dude.
had,
You can't
less than
follow
5
Amazon
true
with this.
impressive first try shots.
That's so bad. Please stop.
We're going to get copywritten.
I am going to play you one thing from the Amazon deal here because I feel like
Luka made something on the first try?
Yes.
Yeah, because he's talented.
Oh, you know what? I should have got the real audio for this.
He's Luka.
I should have got the real audio
so
for
when
this.
Dude Perfect takes 100 times to make a shot.
Yes, because you're spares.
He's Luka. Yes.
That's what he does. They're just shocked. Wow, someone with talent.
They have to act shocked by the fact that they wake up in the morning.
They're
It's
like,
Dude Perfect. The water's on. Dude Perfect. They have to. There's no. You can't. You have to scale this all the way.
A boner.
First try. I should have got the clean audio here. I'm a failure of a former producer, but this made me laugh.
You were the team announcer. You got through the World Series on NBC with Kirk County and Tony Kubek. Remember that? All downhill from there, baby. Thank you, Pete Rose, Johnny Bench, Joe Morgan, Sparky. What year was that? 1972. Lost the World Series in 7 to Oakland. Yeah, we covered the Earth year. Yeah, Thursday night.
Yeah, and then that led them to 75-76. You missed out on that.
I was gone. Marty Brennan took over. I went to the Giants for the money. What else is new?
I thought that was very self-aware, a little peek. If he's like, I'm sitting here mailing this in. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. It's just a little peek behind there. Enjoyed that. We don't have any more Micah, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so there's a ton
He's not on with Dude Perfect.
Ton of NFL stuff we can get into. You know what? He wouldn't have either. I promise you he thinks that's lame. I found my card that he / a Pizza Hut rep wrote me when they sent me my jacket this weekend because I was hanging up mementos. Like, damn. There's a million other NFL stories we could get into, but for today, I want to make sure we hit whatever is happening with the Indianapolis Colts. My dad's dark horse. The Daniel Jones-led Colts are now 2-0. And yesterday, I was watching Red Zone, and this actually showed up on the screen, and I went to Twitter, and people were all over it. So Jim Irsay died recently, and he has left the team to his daughters. Now, they're probably 50s. This one you're about to see, her name is Carly Irsay Gordon, and they were kind of like taking care of him at the end of life, and obviously, as we talked about recently, he was going through serious addiction struggle as he was dying. So they've been basically running the team for a few years now, but I have not seen them do this, which is appear on the sideline with an earpiece and like 3 play sheets or notebooks and a pen.
It's great.
That's really small paper.
It's small paper. It looks like there's probably 3, but you can see coaches do that with their play sheet, but it's not usually a play sheet they're writing on. Like pluses and minuses, you do that, but you do that on a bigger play sheet. Either way, she's taking notes. I don't know that she has a mic, but she has an IFB in, and she's on the field. Looking fine as fuck, too, by the way, but I don't know, man. Imagine Jerry with a headset today. Or really any male owner. We'd be like, what are we... Really any owner. I don't want to make this a gender thing. This is weird as hell.
It makes me think of the Cowboys documentary, which I am now on the episode where they fire Jimmy, and Troy Aikman is talking about it as they're showing a video of it. And Troy is saying, yeah, it was really weird. So they hire Barry Switzer the next year. And he's like, at training camp, all of a sudden, Jerry is on the field in a coach's uniform. So he's wearing coach gear.
He put on the shorts.
Little shorts and a whistle and all that. And he's walking amongst the coaches and players on the field, like directing people, the linebackers here and there. He's like, that would never happen under Jimmy.
Yeah.
He's like, it was shocking to see.
And Troy knew he was playing dress up, and that's...
The only surprise here is that Jerry has not had an IFB and a play sheet in front of him.
Yeah, and maybe it's just because even he knows like the bounds of PR. And I don't know, maybe this lady doesn't care. I mean, it's again, to go back to the woman thing, it's not that because I don't think Jim Irsay knew anything about football, like enough to where he could be on a sideline contributing. So she's no different than him. It just feels like an old school way of doing things, like a micromanage, like I'm on top of your ass about everything.
It's working.
Hey, look, she didn't hire Jeff Saturday. That was her dad's last dumbass idea before you know what's really funny now after reading that Washington Post article? Clearly a cocaine idea.
The Jimmers or the
Jeff Saturday hire. Like if you look at the timeline and you know that he was like doing coke and ketamine like a lot.
Why not?
You know who was awesome? People loved him. It's like, dude, Jeff Saturday's like, Coach or Jim, are you high? He's like, yes, I'll take the job.
That'd be fun to revisit that someday.
Press conference is gold. So keep a lookout for Carly's Colts, my AFC team.
Early bird CBD is not normal CBD. It is. They got THC in it.
Cut the BS. It's THC.
Well, 2.5 milligrams, so a nice little dose, kind of nice for you in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us might grab 2 early birds. Hey, we don't judge here, but we do offer you the chance to get early bird CBD with a discount.
We do. DumbZone20 is that new promo code. It's 20% off. If you've used an old code, re-up. DumbZone20 get you 20% off. You got to take a drug test. It's not for you. As Dan said, there's real THC in these. That's why they work. It's a company out of Austin. They are Texas strong. So check them out at earlybirdcbd.com and use the promo code DumbZone20.
Here's Jake with the Dumb Zone News.
All right. There's no real avoiding this. The news of the weekend was related to the shooting, the murdering of conservative commentator Charlie Kirk. So the first thing I'm going to do for you is play you a question that Jerry Jones was asked about this, because at the game yesterday, as Dan Sawyer knows, they had a moment of silence for Charlie before the game.
A pre-game commemoration was done to Charlie Kirk. I wanted to know if you had any words about his memory and his passing.
By the way, I'm just reading dialect, but I think you got your wish here. I feel like that's a black lady. Not positive, but...
Yeah, no, I saw some stuff floating around where he said some pretty racist things. And
yeah, I mean,
I just wonder how black reporters, black players, whatever, feel about this.
Well, we just all abhor violence.
So Jerry does this thing. I'm a big fan of it because it reminds me of stuff my dad. Like, my dad mispronounces a lot of words. And, like, you can say abhor. Most people say abhor. And, like, actually pronounce the H.
Oh, that's what he... Okay.
Yeah, but it's one of those fun ones where he knows this word. He said it 1,000 times, and he's going to say it this way every time, and no one tells him not to. And, again, I live this with my father, so...
Well, we just all abhor violence, and it's impacting us all. And
day by day,
certainly we all stand together on any front relative to the threat of violence. And we just all hope that we'll go through a time. I was involved, a young guy, but we're in the 60s when we had huge violence, lost President Kennedy and his brother. And
hey, just check it as we're doing history. Was there anything involved in, like, the decade before that you were around for where people were being, like, intimidated for their, like, beliefs or anything? Or is it just...
And many, many others, Martin Luther King. And so it's something that we really all need to just be aware of, support our law enforcement, and do everything we can to keep the violence in check.
Anyways, Brian,
can't argue with any of that.
No. Also appreciate saying I don't love end violence or end whatever, but I feel like a reasonable man is like, can we just keep racism in check? Jerry's like, can we just violence? Let's keep
really
it in check. We
it.
know this is not ending.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to get into a...
Let's just keep it behind closed doors.
with Molly. I don't want to...
Right.
It's not the place for us to, like, debate who Charlie Kirk was. Like, obviously, there are people who thought he was very insightful and
who love
believed
him
in a lot of things that he believed in. Because I'm me, I've known who the guy was since he came about. And
either way, it just feels like for it to be moment of silence in stadiums, and this just isn't the Cowboys. It's most of the NFL. I know the Yankees did it.
Yeah, and
it just feels weird, even the government to even be into it at all.
Well,
just when there is a lot of other.
Yeah, I don't think there's any chance this would happen if President Trump weren't president. And that's not even a criticism of Trump. I think the average Trump voter would agree. Like, he does things a little differently here. But there's no
But this guy was also a real big Trump fan, right?
I know, but that's what
Charlie
I'm saying
Kirk.
is that, like, Mitt Romney isn't doing this.
Yeah.
And if Barack Obama was president and, hell, I don't know, Rachel Maddow got shot or something, this ain't happening.
Right.
So it is a very unique situation, but it was carried out and handled the way that it was over the weekend. I heard about it seemingly on every college football broadcast on Saturday, and McAfee's up there in the morning uniting the country. It's just an insane world. But there's one thing in particular that I did want to comment on, and it was I posted this on Twitter, but Dan Lanning, Oregon's head coach, who I am in love with. I love the way he coaches. I think the way he coaches defense is electric. It's hard not to love the guy. I think he talks shit at a level that I love, and they back it up. Love the way they play. Love to hear him talk. And so he did a very football coach thing to do, which is he's on top of the world. His team's really good. I am around young men all day. I'm going to speak on the social issues of the day. And it's like 5 minutes long. I'll just play you a little.
I wish the world could learn a little bit of something from our locker room, because we got a bunch of people with differences. And what you got in there is a bunch of people that love there. And there's some people that'll be disappointed about how much I said about this, right? And there'll be some people hate me. If you don't like me, just know this: I love you.
All right, that's kind of his message. If we go back to the beginning of it, there's a little in here.
The U.S. could learn a lot from our locker room. I think the people in this world could learn a lot from our locker room. You walk in that locker room, you got guys of different races, guys of different backgrounds, different religions, and you got a team that loves each other. Like tons of differences, where they come from, what they deal with, and ultimately you got a team that loves each other. And I think we're missing some of that in our country. You know, you talk about, you recently found out like Charlie.
Okay, so that message is going to play very well on social media, and it makes everyone feel good. And it kind of evokes this like platonic idea of what America is, that we all are different and it works. But that's why I love football. You know, to me, that's why that is the sport for me. It was the sport, it was the most team sport, and it was it was really the first way I was around kids who didn't look like me from like 5-6 years old. It's like, this is cool. But the thing is, to try to say that the country, hey, we could learn a lot from that. Because of my like political and economic views, to me, it is very obvious that these things of we're so divided and everybody hates each other, and there's people are video games are violent. Like, this all exists because of our economic system, which is set up to create division, and it's only going one direction. Like when I posted this on Twitter this weekend, the first guy was like, we could just go back to like the 1955 tax code. People think that this is like some fucking woke socialist thing. We're talking about the old tax rates. And the country is set up to where if you're very wealthy, it's very unlikely that you're not going to stay wealthy. We have socialism for billionaires. But for the rest of us, the economy's obviously not working. Like, I know enough dudes, and I think this is a male thing. So let me say this. The dude who killed Charlie Kirk, was he extreme right? Extreme left? Was he a groiper? Was he sucking a trans person off? It doesn't matter. Because to me, the point is, there are thousands and thousands of these people, mostly male, across generations, who have given up hope. I know that because I know a lot of them. There's an expectation in society, if you're a male, maybe not that you're going to provide for your whole family, but at least you're going to hold up your end of the bargain. So when the economy goes poorly, I think it affects young males more. And you've got just a lot of people who the average age of home ownership is so much higher now than it's ever been. The idea of being able to pay off your student debt, you could say you shouldn't take out the debt, but it's not set up for you to pay it off. Like, unemployment is what it is. I just think all these things that we like to yell at each other about, and I'm not saying racism isn't a thing. I'm not saying people only care about transgender issues because the economy is bad. But I am saying that everything gets turned up to a level of 11 because of the way that this economy is leaving people behind. And I think you've got a bunch of dudes who have lost hope who are online all day. And I know that because I know a lot of them. And it sucks. And to me, that's the part where everybody's like, oh, God, was he transgender? Was he a groiper? Was he Nick Fuentes? Was he this? Like, because nobody, and even the politicians, like, they get up there and they're like, oh, God, what do we do about all this hate? I don't even think half them realize because they're in the same system. My point is just I feel as if this is strictly an economic issue, but we never talk about it that way. We look at all the other things to say, like, oh, God, America must just be the most racist country in the world. It's not. I promise you. It's not close.
Yeah, some of the socialist countries are probably pretty racist because
they have homogenous.
They don't have a lot of mix of racism.
Yeah, the people like me who are like, look at the Nordic model. It's a nice mix of capitalism and socialism. It's 99% white people.
It feels like
people of that nation, white people.
Yeah.
And so it's tricky. I get it. But I think it's a shitty thing that we all have to blame ourselves. Like, we did this as people. We created this situation. We didn't do this. This was done to us, and it continues to be done to us. And it's a matter of oligarchy, not left or right.
Well, and they say
stop ranting now.
Don't they say that, like, the race or gender or whatever it is, these little ideologies, these little things, they want you to be arguing about that because you're not paying attention to what you're talking about?
That's my take.
That if it was class versus class, they know they could never win that.
Sure.
Because the
That's
amount of people,
populism
below millionaires are quite a few more. So they want you to argue about whatever this issue is that can make sure that we keep the class divided.
Yeah, I think that material things I think are what drive people apart.
And I don't think it's a Republican Democrat. I think they're all right.
This is why I have no choice but to vote for Democrats when I have to choose between the two. But people are like, oh, you love Joe Biden.
Right.
I can't stand Joe Biden.
Right.
They just don't have one for us. And the only one they had for us is dying.
And the difference, I think, or I've always thought the difference with the Trump rise is like he puts it all out there where all that stuff was still going on. Like, yeah, Hillary and Bill, they're bad. All the politicians usually, but they keep it all behind closed doors. And they aren't so overt with everything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I agree with you. But we are where we are, and I'll stop opining.
What
on
are we
it.
going to do about this pass rush?
I just think it's
zoo animal or something.
It's listen, we did it once. Never mind. I'll stop.
I'm not complaining about the story.
I'm not here
as
to,
Blake appears to be.
I'm not here to debate like was the guy good or bad, right? Like everybody probably you have your own opinion on that. I just I don't know. I think we're blaming the wrong people. We're looking sideways when we should be looking up. And speaking of this story, Blake, sorry, there were many, many stories from over the weekend of people being fired for their comments on this matter.
See, that's also a thing. I thought this was an ironic thing, right? I don't know anything about Charlie Kirk either, but if you love him, you would say he stood for free speech among all things. He's just talking. He's just a guy who talks, and he wants all sides of any story to be out there. And it's just your job to debate him on his feelings. So wouldn't a person like that not want, like if somebody does celebrate that he died, wouldn't a person like that just say free speech? That's the most important thing. You have to have free speech. I would not want you to be fired for your free speech because that's cancel culture that I hate. And so you are just exhibiting free speech. That just feels like it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, it's not. And there's no logical consistencies here.
All right.
I listened to the guy.
But people are really getting fired because they're...
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, there's a guy from American Airlines. This is a pilot. They say he's been grounded, but...
well, that sounds so...
I feel like he's on his way to
8 years old.
His posts also suck. That's the thing.
Unless you think about flying a plane,
I don't think you should get fired for making sarcastic tweets about Charlie Kirk's death. I think you should get fired for making unfunny tweets about Charlie Kirk's death. For example, the one that was like, slimed out in Utah, home field advantage must not be a thing anymore. I laughed very hard at that.
So you don't get fired for that one.
The pilot. Hey, Charlie, sorry you got shot in your fat effing forehead. It was the cost of liberty. Thoughts and prayers. It's not funny. Home field advantage, a lot of whites there, a lot of gun people. You're like, okay, I get that. This is not funny at all. In fact, I don't want to be on this guy's flight. So I'm glad they grounded him.
So he's grounded. He can't play Xbox.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Can't go to youth.
No TV.
No Madden.
No Madden, Mom? And then, I watched a deal on a clip from the tire slasher guy on Fox News, Jesse Waters, and he just straight up, to the point
What's the tire slasher guy?
He met his wife she was a production assistant, and he slashed her tires because she wouldn't go out with him. And so he slashed her tires and had to give her a ride. And that's how he was eventually able to lay the groundwork. He was married at the time, too. He's married to her now.
Brilliant. Did he slash just one tire or all of them?
I don't know. That's a good question. It feels like overkill if you would have gone beyond one.
I would worry that the tire would like pop like a balloon and be in my face.
Oh, you think I know how to slash a tire?
Like,
No.
do you slash or just shove it in?
I don't know.
Like, because slash means like this.
Because I saw a video of that lady, that person who got beheaded last week we were talking about. I hadn't seen the video then. Beheading, it ain't what you think, man. There's a lot of carving in there. That's not a straight shot.
You ever try to even cut a turkey?
Again, when I was watching the guy try to cut his head off,
without an
the
electric
knife, yeah.
Without an electric knife,
Yeah.
try cutting a turkey.
Yeah, and to say nothing of a human. But I was watching him on there, Jesse Waters, and he was like, yeah, guess what? We're coming for all of you. You came for all of us for our COVID tweets. You got us all fired for not masking up and tweeting about it. We're going to get you fired now. Like, he's just nakedly saying, like, here's the deal. It's our turn.
All right.
But yeah,
That's why I don't tweet about any of it.
Because you can't have funny ones?
Because I can't have funny ones, yeah.
Big day for Blake and I don't know, Blake. I know you're a big fan of Darren Watkins Jr., otherwise known as
D-Dub.
I Show Speed.
Oh yeah, who's here, right?
He is here.
At your place.
Where?
Shugs Bagels.
Oh, is he? Okay, yeah, there it is. Yeah. This is part of his stream, his American tour. It's 35-day IRL stream in America, IRL in real life.
Well, what does this person do?
You are not familiar with I Show Speed? I'm not making fun of you. I'm asking you.
I don't know what you're saying. These words.
I Show Speed is a guy.
I don't know who it is either.
Okay.
You have kids? You wouldn't. It wouldn't matter. He is the most popular YouTube streamer in the world, outside of maybe Kai Cenat, right?
What's his name?
Is he on YouTube?
Kai? I don't know. I Show Speed is what he goes by. He's got
I Show Speed.
He's got 45 million followers on YouTube.
This happens every day. Like, I learn about a person.
So this dude is big
the
enough.
most well-known person in the world. I've never heard of him.
Let's
see here. He jumped over 10 chairs.
He's very athletic. No, he's a very fast guy, and he beat Tyreek Hill one-on-one. He'll just go around and run and do backflips and stuff. But he hosted an NFL game Friday night, week 1. Like, they hired him to do like a Chiefs Chargers stream, and it was him. He probably just Google it. I don't know.
44 million subscribers.
Google what he made last year.
He's worth $30 million.
20 years old. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's a kid. So he did go to Shug's Bagels, took a tour of a couple fraternity houses at SMU, and then it was time to head north for his second stop in Frisco at Dude Perfect. Tyler and Speed faced off in a 3-point contest. Anyways, I don't know. We don't have to do the rest of this. Do you know Kai Cenat?
I've heard that name. What is it?
Young black kid who's also a streamer who gets he had Kyrie on. He's had dude, I don't know. These guys have the biggest names in the world on. And I don't personally find it that entertaining, but it's not for me. People die. They just love. Do people line up like this guy? These guys are in the Beatles. I've never seen anything like it.
IRL stream in Poland, part 3, 6 hours long.
Oh, he'll go 18, 24 hours of just him streaming. They have a house, right? They get a house, so they get a bunch of their minions in there and put them on payroll to do all sorts of dumb stuff. So, yeah. This is the bit. Should you text the girls? What do you know about I Show Speed?
Okay.
Because he was definitely cool 3 years ago. I think you're going to get made fun of.
Well, that'll be what she tells me?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see here. Oh, this is a fun one. A new report by the CDC, for whatever that's worth, is raising awareness about a disease spread by the kissing bug. It's a blood-sucking insect.
Oh, I thought it was what is the kissing disease?
Is it like mono?
Mono, yeah.
You ever have that? That's what I thought this story was going to be about when I clicked it.
No, that was a big deal when somebody got mono at my high school.
You'd be like, yeah, way to go, dude.
You been kissing?
Oh, yeah.
They'd be out for like a month.
It's a scarlet letter, dude.
No, I wanted it.
Chick with mono, it's like chum in the water, dude. When she comes back,
down.
it's... Texas is one of the places where human cases of this kissing bug disease has been found. It's very popular in Latin America, but we are right in the wave. They suck blood from infected animals, and then they become infected with it, and then they bite you. So be on the lookout.
For a bug?
For a bug. But it's not, it doesn't have anything to do with kissing, which again is kind of what I was thinking when I initially fired that one up. Blake, did you ever watch American Pickers?
No.
Clayton must have.
What'd they pick?
I dabbled.
Strawberries and such?
Did you?
I'm not proud of it. But
no, own it, buddy.
No, it's when it first came on, I thought it was kind of cool. But.
It was during there were probably like spin-offs and copycats, Dan, but it was basically the show where they would go to storage units.
Oh, I watched Storage Wars.
They'd go to like old. They would try to find like old farmhouses and stuff like that, and and then of course they had a hot that worked at their main office thing, which was probably part of the draw.
What is it? Was she the wife of the guy or no? 'Cause the guy's name was Mike Wolf.
No.
Okay.
No.
Hot goth, Dan.
Yeah, she was hot.
Hot goth.
Yeah.
Just being goth is kind of hot.
Very voluptuous.
That was an era, dude. I feel like Kat Von D had a lot to do with it. Jesse James' whole bit.
Pickers? American Pickers?
Well, the remaining surviving member of American Pickers was hospitalized in a gruesome car crash over the weekend. But the main reason I wanted to do this story is this guy's name is Mike Wolf. He's 61. He's known as the host of American Pickers. He was involved in this car accident with his girlfriend. Her name is Letitia Klein, and she's hot as hell. This looks like the sort of pull that Leonardo DiCaprio would have. And I went and looked up what else this guy's done. It's just American Pickers. And there's all these photos of him. Like, was this guy famous?
The show had a pretty good rise, probably 10 years ago. They even opened up like stores in like tourist places, Nashville, where you could.
Yeah, he had shut down the last store when the other guy died last year.
Yeah.
The other guy died, it was a normal death. I don't know. I guess I just didn't know that. I don't know that you could get it like that from reality TV. Like, what do you think Mike Rowe's worth? You remember him, Dan? You ever get into Dirty Jobs?
Oh.
I feel like Bob certainly booked Mike Rowe at some point.
I've met him.
To the surprise of no one. Like, I wonder if he was just banking. I never thought of him as a guy who's like, oh, Mike Rowe is at the top of the entertainment heap here, but
Yeah, that chick's 30 years younger than him, right?
yeah. And pretty hot. So, DZTV goes right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You may be able to get that second wife. The bar's a lot lower than we thought if the American Pickers guy is crushing. All right, there's your news.
Oh, I got to stop looking at that. All right.
The Dumb Zone.
The thing is,
News.
the jobs were dirty.
And subscribe.
That was a good news.
This will be brought to us by Lone Star Beer and Lone Star Light when we do some viewer mail birthdays. Oh, you got a Lone Star Beer t-shirt.
It's my favorite shirt.
You know how to get that?
I know how to get it and pay full price, and that's to not use a promo code.
Yes. Promo code is, well, let's see here. It's LoneStarBeer.com, and it's DumbZone21. You'll get 21% off your merchandise. Lone Star Beer, proud supporter of the football streams. We will have another one this Sunday. I need to bring some in studio here in the Game Day Men's Health studio. We were only able to offer Dan water today.
I'm grabbing a Moxie.
Okay, and that. But we need some Lone Star beers in here. We will rectify that situation by tomorrow. Lone Star Beer, Lone Star Light, National Beer of Texas. You can get it at Globe Life Field as well. And go to LoneStarBeer.com and party. And we'll do some viewer mail birthdays, along with Today in History.
Flooring Direct's DFW presents On This Day in History.
So we can jump into that. Birthdays.
Jaden Daniels sprained knee, huh?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He is uncertain for week 3. Oh, dude, I did something yesterday that I need to tell you guys about at some point. What do you know about Kalshi, Blake? It's
nothing?
like betting that's legal because you're buying. It's like betting with stocks. Did you know you can bet sports on Robinhood now?
No.
It's not even betting necessarily. It is, but it's like you buy it at a price and then I don't know how to explain it, but I legally gambled in America yesterday on 4 NFL games, and it was a very interesting experience. You can also bet on things like, will a meteor hit the Earth by 2030? Don't know how you'd collect, but it was at 49 cents on the dollar yesterday.
It had to be a giant meteor?
It said giant. I don't know what.
A Superman-sized one.
Right. Feels like there's something funny going on there.
Dear Uncle Panty Dropper MD, today is my Sean Lee birthday. My leaders are your Fast Times Cruising Around tape and Brandon effing Aubrey. I have a buddy who helped give life to twin sons a few years ago. What am I doing here? I have a bet payoff suggestion. I call it the Jared Sandler. Loser has to do the show from his phone in the mall, on a beach outside of a Victoria's Secret. Lastly, for these over-showerers you do the show with, the outermost layer of your skin, which is damaged by too much showering, is called the horny layer. Goog it if you must.
I assume you did.
So if you ever wondered why I'm just reading this now, clearly. So if you ever wondered why these two aren't nearly as horny as you are, now you know. From Day 2, DF, Nate.
Because we wash ours off multiple times a day.
You're the horny one?
Yeah, he's the horny one, I guess. I don't know.
I don't like hearing Blake say the word horny.
I don't like any of my
it really
friends.
bothers
I don't
me.
like any of my friends saying it ever.
Like Blake asking me if I'm horny did not feel good. That was the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
I feel like I'm going to die from secondhand not feel good.
So you're not horny.
Oh, dude.
It just went limp because I've been bricked up since the
game day
yesterday. Greetings from your junk mail yell leader of the Hog Pound. Fellow DF and scumbag Keith McPherson celebrated his Dirk birthday yesterday. His leaders are Blake's Juan Gonzalez-like softball career, and Sarah Hepela's Super Squirt Milk Soakers. More Hood County news from Preston.
Yeah, dude, is she just wasting like a gift that she could be solving baby acne? like she could do house visits, get a truck, get a little car wrap on the side of it.
Sunday was the Colby Lewis birthday of Troy Wolf, a seasoned member of the Beehive. I forgot to send this until Monday afternoon because I'm a bad son. His leaders are Blake's Mini Sodas, the TC Lottery, and Dan's Seasonal Fall Cough. More Jake ripping on Brad Sham. Less Peter Herbstreet.
Yeah.
See you in Graham in November from Easton Wolf.
Good dude.
Wow. I knew that was coming from somebody respectable. It was a good email. He covered something in there I wanted to get to, but there was a lot. Oh, Sham, maybe tomorrow.
Really?
I don't know.
He's back at it.
Greetings, fearless leaders. Over the weekend, Bang Bus Letty Foster celebrated his Michael Jordan on the White Sox birthday. And while the Rangers didn't produce the sweepstakes we all hoped for yesterday, I trust he was still able to handle up on himself. Can't wait to run into Blake at Lindsey Sterling in December.
Yeah, she's playing at Dickies.
Show Hole from Chad. And Dear Vagtastic Voyager.
I saw a guy at Grape Fest wearing a Lindsey Sterling shirt, which was cool, but he also looked like the type. It was cool.
That's cool.
But he also looked like the type of guy who might shoot like a political comment. He did not look like an integrated member of society. So, I don't know. Whatever.
It is my Dirk
Sure, he's
day.
a great guy.
He probably was.
I don't know my DZ number because I'm not an elitist.
Oh, I like that.
More Roast Twin segments and uncomfortable mental health discussions with Charles Haley. Shout out to the 5 uninteresting and unfunny dudes on the DZ Discord.
Damn.
Sorry, Clayton.
Keep doing what you're doing. Chase that money from Chris.
By the way, they did not get the sweep, but their only way in now is basically through Houston. And they start tonight with Jackie Boy on the mound.
How many games back are they?
3.
Would you say this is a pivotal series for the Rangers?
I would say it's the only one left that matters right now.
Okay.
Over the next 3, over/under Dan innings, half.
Under.
For the next 3 games?
Yeah, there's
I got a lot
there's
going
2
on.
NFL games tonight, so.
And you know who's in one of them.
Bake Show. Very tough look over the weekend for the Browns, congratulating Deshaun Watson. Happy birthday.
What are we doing?
On Twitter, which then led to people just relitigating the whole trade. And somebody, I think Dave Damashek, was like, here's what would have happened if they had just signed Baker, and then went through all the guys they could have added to Baker. It's like, damn, that's a feisty roster.
How awesome could they be right now?
It's pretty good, dude. Like,
Yeah.
the guys who were available, and they're not a bad drafting team necessarily. So it's like, there were 3 guys available each time they picked with Deshaun's picks who are perennial, like, all-pro type.
I'd love to see that.
Like, in the mix for.
I'd like to see that article.
Yeah.
I did see this morning, like, Deshaun was trending, and it's because of the UCLA coach also, because he was, like, real weird. Do you remember his press conference at Big 12 Media Day? Well, they fired him already.
I couldn't believe it.
Like 3 games in.
Yeah, he didn't know how to explain UCLA to the Big Ten people or something like that.
Yeah, we're in California.
There's USC also. He seemed way out of it.
Yeah.
Nico Iamaleava, huh?
Oh, sorry.
That was not a. Talk about your all-time backfires, Dan.
Couple of today in history here on this date, Monday, September 15th, 1896. 15 miles north of Waco. Would that be West Texas? Because I believe I visited West Texas and read about this. A publicity stunt by the Katy Railroad resulted in the death of 3 people. The stunt involved deliberately crashing 2 trains.
That's awesome.
In 1896, you're like, well, what do we do in 1896 for entertainment? Well, we can wait for it to get dark and then look at the stars and see if they're different than they were last night.
It's 3 months until our next public
I could get a gun and you get a gun. We both walk off and try to shoot at each other, but then one of us...
Yeah. I mean, Gentleman Jim Corbett, is he going to fight again? That's always good.
Mm-hmm.
That usually goes a day or two. None of those things are happening.
That'll get us to harvest. No. Well, we got these trains, though.
What if they hit each other?
And
then
that's
3 people
awesome.
died. On this day in
Crack a few
1971,
Gregs.
Robin Yount's brother, Larry, was an Astros rookie. He makes his major league debut. He goes out there to warm up. His first warm-up pitch, he hurts his arm, and he has to come out of the game.
Get him next time, Larry.
He never got another chance at the big leagues. He is the only pitcher in Major League history to be credited with one pitching appearance without facing a batter.
That's incredible.
On this day in 1997, Google.com is registered as a domain name.
I don't know why they called it that. I should know that, right?
Doesn't Google mean like infinity or something?
Okay.
Isn't it some number term? No one here knows? All right,
What
Clayton,
can
you're my hope. My only hope is Clayton.
Bookman.
On this day in Dumb Zone history, September 15th.
On this day in 2021, we had AJ Galante on. Does that name ring a bell?
No.
Yes, he was in there was a documentary about a minor league hockey team that was run by a teenager because his Tony Soprano dad, who was in the trash business and in the mafia, bought his son a youth hockey team when he was like 17. And it was an insane story, and the kid was awesome. What were they called?
Trashers.
I think they were the Trashers.
Yeah, the Dansbury Trashers.
Dansbury Trashers.
But even talking to him, like he wanted to sign Sean Avery. Like he was the GM. He was just getting guys who could fight.
Yeah.
And they were pretty good.
It's just a dream come true, dude. You're 17. You're running a minor league team while your dad's away for prison for mob stuff.
He just saw Slapshot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big fan of Mighty Ducks. He'd play PlayStation with the players. And then for his birthday party, he had The Rock and Triple H come. Like he was living the dream.
Imagine little Clayton if The Rock and Triple H show up.
Let's see. Norm Macdonald had just died, so we were doing a lot of that. And then this was after week 1 of the 2021 season. The Cowboys barely lose to the Buccaneers.
Oh, it was Super Bowl for me at that point.
Fresh off, the Bucs had just won the Super Bowl. They lost 31-29. Dak tells Tom Brady at midfield, "We'll see you in the playoffs." They did not.
They did not.
No.
But that game really made me think things were headed in the right direction.
Yeah. And then in 2022, Micah started skipping Undisputed, and that was pretty funny.
That's one of the that big deal. So many roles. It's tough to remember.
It's just in a movie.
Was that the love interest? Was that the action hero? Who can recall?
Jason Terry, 48.
All-time big balls. I'd love to.
How about that he got the Larry O'Brien? Didn't he get that tattoo when he went to Boston? Or no, he got it. Did he get it at the beginning of the year in 2011?
Yeah, that was the first one.
Okay, then he went to Boston.
Doesn't count. Don't care.
Bob Ortigal is 85.
Stop stamping around like you're catching AIDS back there.
Was he fired in 2011, the same year?
Bob.
That sounds right.
Terry McLaurin is 30.
I don't have the AIDS thing, but I have him with Norm.
I want to make this plain that this next question comes from this next.
Also, focus like talking is hard. We do a poor job of it a lot of time, but the third level bit, if you're a ticket insider here, is you're really good friends with him. Well, then why do you say his name like that?
I want to make this plain that this next question comes from this next and final question comes from me to my friend Bob Article. I've known you for a long time.
Article.
You are old school and you believe in the good soldier approach to all this. I know I did a job for 15 years here and loved it, and then
They killed me.
Didn't get to continue doing it in another sport, and it hurt. Does this hurt? Bob?
Yes.
Does it hurt?
Oh, yeah, it hurts. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be in denial about this thing.
I don't know is that the one because I would edit that.
Oh yeah.
Now and again, like to throw in some more silence.
This is the real.
I had one that was like a minute.
You did. My favorite part is when Bob says it hurts, Norm goes, yeah.
It hurt.
Oh, yeah, it hurts. Of course.
Yeah, I'll bet it does.
But if we could find the rest of the Dropbox. You guys have article catching AIDS? Just search catching AIDS.
Dan Marino is 64.
Dan Marino.
Ernest Biner is 63.
Dan.
Pete Carroll is 74.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
That's Shoddy's connection. How'd they do yesterday?
They played tonight.
Played tonight.
Late game.
Oh, who do we got?
Doubleheader, right?
Yeah, Bucks Titans and Chargers Raiders. Everyone's wife's favorite. The Monday doubleheader right out of the gate.
Bucks Titans? That doesn't make
No, excuse me, Bucks Texans.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I think Baker's getting 3.5. Or is it 3?
Depends. I've seen 2.5 to 3.5.
Giving Baker what are you, insane?
With
Why don't you just put the money in our pocket?
Dude, from what I saw from that Ohio State kid last week, they're gonna light that shit up. I don't know much about their defense.
The receiver?
Yeah, dude. That guy's a problem if he's out there with Mike Evans. And they're getting Godwin back.
He's not back tonight, is he?
No. But you should sprinkle some Baker MVP.
Don't mind if I do.
What are the odds right now?
Because
I was thinking about Micah.
When you get past
getting a little Micah Defensive Player of the Year.
I don't know what the odds are, but you seem to think that was a long shot. I don't think that's going to be a long shot.
It can't be a long shot. Yeah,
he's going to have top 8, and outside of Lamar and Josh Allen, if they don't win it, who is it?
You're right. It is Baker.
Plus 2,500.
I mean, the truth
Really?
is, the truth is, right now, the best quarterback in the NFL through 2 weeks has very clearly been Dak Prescott. Very clearly. Mike, is this thing on?
Tom Hardy is 48.
I love
Actor.
him.
Heidi Montag is 39. Reality personality. Wasn't she? She was was she with Hank Baskett?
No.
Or am I thinking of somebody different? She was like in the Hills.
Yeah,
or something.
the Gribble thing. Baker right now, #1 in the NFL in QBR. Now he's played one game, but his first week was that good.
Actor Ben Schwartz is 44. He is John Ralphio on Parks and Rec. A subpar show overall compared to 30 Rock, but he was very good. And our Dumb Zone birthday of the day is John Bradley, actor. He is 37. He was Samwell.
John Bradley.
In Game of Thrones.
Figure.
Born on this day, now dead. Give me a year he lived. Marco Polo.
Oh, God. It could be BC, dog. I don't have any idea. Yeah, feels Romy. Give me Why don't you go first?
What?
Marco Polo. Year he's alive.
There's like 70 of them. 70 to choose from.
1664.
I'm going to go 1400.
1280.
He was alive from 1254 to 1324.
Okay, that's good. And I don't even feel bad about mine. I thought Blake was going to come in and be like 1850 and be right. That would have been embarrassing.
Well, I always play along at home, and I always go I way, I don't know.
Yeah.
I got inside my own head.
It's how it works, man.
When the lights are on.
Yeah, you think it's all it's really easy.
I probably know where
These
all
idiots,
these.
they don't know anything.
I usually do a lot better.
Galileo, easy one.
And dead on this day, still dead. I don't know. There's nothing good here.
Oh, geez.
Some guy from Pink Floyd. Huh?
We were just
Me?
I thought somebody said something to me.
We just said okay.
All right. Well, it's kind of petered out there.
That's what happened.
Nothing from Pink
on
Floyd.
This
Huh?
day in history.
I'm saying you guys don't care about Richard Wright, and I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I know the big ones.
Yeah. Anyway.
I know the partners in Pink Floyd.
Right. Closing remarks brought to us by Frankel and Frankel, personal injury attorneys. If indeed you get in an accident.
You're not going to talk to their third string guy.
No. You're not going to talk to Richard Wright. You're going to get to talk to Roger Waters.
That's right.
When you call the Frankels at 817 or 214. And then what? Do you know the phone number to the Frankels, even though you live out of state?
Is it all threes?
It is all threes. Very good.
Jean Burkett.
They are Texas strong. They're located here in Dallas, not just Texas. But they've helped thousands of people, fight those insurance companies, get you what you deserve. So if you have a personal injury and you need them, call Frankel and Frankel. Thank you, Frankel.
Make it the first call. Make sure you're okay, and then with your mangled hand, bang out those threes, and you'll get the Frankels on. They bring you Dan Sawyer. Hey, what's up, man?
A strong name.
Thank you. I didn't get to pick it out, but you got me thinking too, Dan. A couple points. Number one, the whole should I go by Daniel? Maybe I'd be more successful. Maybe I would have.
No. Daniel Sawyer doesn't work.
No.
Dan Sawyer's kick-ass.
Dan Sawyer is kick-ass.
Daniel McDowell might.
Okay.
It's just the syllables.
So I should stay the course.
I feel like Dan Sawyer just rules.
I think it does.
In fact, I would take that name right now.
So would I.
It's for sale.
I would take it, and I think also you were in the Air Force, so like if you were Daniel in the Air Force, but everybody knew, it's Dan Sawyer.
Yeah.
Like you might have made it further had you leaned into the Daniel thing a little bit, but you're a Dan.
Yeah, they make you use your full government name. You don't have a choice, so.
You can't be Colonel Big D.
No. But what's funny is about me being here is something I think I had booked the sit-in with Blake at this point. Dan, you brought up something, I want to say it was like 2 months ago, that it's kind of amazing how many people find you guys because of the Cowboys. And like that is this situation right here. Now we're oversaturated with Cowboys talk, I feel like, with sports talk in general. But like in 2009 when Ben and Skin were with ESPN, that's the short answer of what led me to here with you guys today. So obviously followed Ben and Skin the whole way, still follow them. Love the Freak. And then you guys were on with 15 minutes left for the Freak?
Yeah, we were running out the clock. Four cornering it with Dan and Jake.
Yeah. So that's there was okay. Well, there's no more Freak. So these guys seem cool. So
that's awesome. He's rocking the Cirque shirt.
Yeah. Love Soroy.
Support the boys.
Love all the Soroys and Danny. But yeah, just in town for a game. As I spoke earlier, I had seen Cowboys games, but I'd never seen them play in person. I'd actually been to the stadium for a tour and was like, hey, you know what? I hit up this man and was like, hey, I'll be in town. Why not? You got it? And Blake hooked it up.
Are you not from here?
No.
Oh, okay.
So I'm originally from Pennsylvania, but I haven't lived there since I was like 18. So I live in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach.
Where in Pennsylvania?
Eagle side, northeastern.
This is why he's a Cowboys fan.
Yes.
He's a Cowboys fan because he grew up in Pennsylvania and then found that, us through being a Cowboy fan for DFW Media.
100%. The only thing I heard growing up, like before I had decided to pick a team, and I'm Jake's age. I'm 84. You're what, 85?
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously the Cowboys were winning back then. Aikman was my favorite player, and all I heard growing up from my uncles and all them was, F Dallas, and I couldn't stand the Eagles. I was like, you know what? I'm going to root for Dallas, and it stuck. And
many such cases on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Many such cases.
Yes.
And I love that because, I don't know, we need a more East Coast that's a good entree point here. What'd you think of the crowd?
So we talked a little bit during the break. All right, so the experience in general before the game and after the game was incredible. Like I've been to Panther Stadium, the Penn State Stadium. I've been to a bunch of stadiums, unmatched. Like the energy before and after. And I thought it was a weird bit that, especially with trading Parsons, did you think this was weird, Blake, that they introduced the defense for the home opener?
That's a shoddy thing.
I would have thought.
What do you mean?
Bring the offense out. Like there's more star power to get the crowd going. You know.
They haven't done individual starters like that since pre-Garrett, from what I gather.
Oh.
But for the first time on Sunday, they introduced all 11 defensive starters. So I'd imagine next game it'll be the offense.
Yeah. Huh. And maybe they're thinking Green Bay will roll out the offense. You know, because the biggest cheer anybody got was Diggs and Kenny Clark, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So then when the game itself happened, again, place is incredible. Yeah, it's a little expensive. You know that coming in. Had a great time. But my observation is I was sitting in the lower bowl section. And there was not a lot of energy for an NFL game, especially not a division game. I mean, I've seen the Panthers that are 4-7 playing the Falcons 5-6, and the place is electric. But as the guy in front of me pointed out, who seemed like he was a season ticket holder, he was like, "Yeah, look up there, dude," and they're going nuts up there. But the problem is we can't hear them down here. So it is what it is. I understand. I kind of heard that coming in, but had an amazing time. Would love to come back and do it again. Glad they won. You know, was kind of hoping for a blowout, but we didn't get that.
If it's not going to be a blowout, you'll take an Aubrey forces overtime with a 64-yarder and a game winner.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool.
Did you notice this? There were a ton of people leaving after the Pickens touchdown. Like, there are a lot of people left because they thought, Cowboys win.
And to your point, was it Neighbors who had the last touchdown before Aubrey's 64? People all around me were out. They're, this is over. This is done with. And I'm like, I flew here from South Carolina. I don't know when I'll ever be here again. I'm staying. And
you got Aubrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it got louder. It was the loudest, obviously, in overtime. But even with the people leaving, it seemed like the people that cared and made noise stayed.
Yes.
And I thought it was actually pretty decent home field advantage there at overtime.
100%. And I even think, I would say like the last 2 or 3 minutes of the fourth, the energy picked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it was great. It was cool. They had that little outdoor area afterwards, not Texas Live, but like another area where they had like bands and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went over there, chilled. That was really cool.
Got to see Sky Mirror, or is it not there anymore?
I think it's there.
I think it's.
What's Sky Mirror?
The big piece of art outside the stadium.
I was wondering what
that
Jerry
was. Paid like $20 million
it's like
or
a
something.
field.
It makes no sense.
Yes. Yeah. I was wondering what that was.
So is everyone.
Yeah. So then from there, like I said, had a beer, walked down to the pro shop. I was like, I'm getting an Aubrey jersey and I'm bringing it to the Dumb Zone tomorrow. It's going to be a great bit. It's going to be awesome. They had like 4 3Xs left. That was it. So, but anyways, and thank you guys for having me. This was awesome. And one final note, I will say, when you see something in person, it looks different. So I commented when I walked in that I realized how tall Jake was, and the studio is smaller in person. So respect that you sat this close to Charles Haley.
Oh yeah, no, he's. Yeah, you could feel it.
Especially when Dan was egging him on towards the end. I know it was
Dan.
but I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh my God, he was that close to them?
Yeah. Big dude. Yeah. Dan gave me the, boy, you're taller in person, which literally just means
run the ball, guy.
You seem like way more of a pussy when you talk than when I met you in person.
No.
It means you sound as a small, weak man.
Not at all. Not at all.
But now I see your.
It was a very progressive commercial about don't become your parents. That's exactly what I did to you.
You're taller. Don't spoil your dinner. Well, thanks for coming up, man.
No, thanks for having me. I had a blast.
It's been fun.
Adios, mofo.
We gotta go before this becomes a zoo.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.
Brandon Aubrey. It's 3rd and 8 from the 48 on the wrong side of the midfield star. The Cowboys need this drive just before halftime. 30 seconds left on the clock. They run a draw. Great. Lost a yard. 4th and 9 as the time unwinds. Number 17 can kick it, but just how far? So the seconds tick down to 4. Aubrey comes on for the score. Ball is snap from the 47. Kick from the 40-yard line. This kick will be from 70. You gotta be kidding me. So the boys trot out the bailout, a nickname from way back in 2008. Aubrey drills it. Holy yes, he's so effing great, and he even hit a cheerleader in the head. Why? Because she was making fun of his Ford Escape. Bitch, the bailout. The greatest skate. Brandon Aubrey. Brandon effing Aubrey, our dumb zone hero.